for the old school. You know what I'm saying? Like the old people at my job, man, like that don't watch basketball no more. They were on the roof because they remember like they were talking about Larry Bird. Some of them even seen the dude's like 75 years old talking about when he remembers, Bill Russell and all them when coaching and all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So people were getting nostalgic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I seen dudes with old school Larry Bird, Indiana State University.
I seen that float. I've seen that floating around.
Yep,
Shout out
a couple of dudes walked by with that. A couple of dudes had the JB Cal jersey on. Yo, they was repping out
that's
there,
exclusive
man.
right there. If you find that JB.
Yeah, I seen a dude that was seen the dude with the
That's
Cal
exclusive
jersey.
right
He had
there.
the Cal JB jersey. I was like, because it was my boss who noticed it. Me and him was standing. He was like, yo, that's Jalen Brown. I forgot the number it was because it was a Cal jersey. He's like, that's Jalen Brown number. He's like, in the back of it said Brown. I was like, oh shoot.
Hey, Jalen Brown coming out of high school. I remember JB surprised a lot of people when because JB from the A, so it kind of it surprised a lot of people when he picked Cal. Like I thought he was going to like a Florida or somewhere in the SEC, Kentucky, because he was high
right. He was highly recruited.
Big time high school recruit. But that fits his personality. That Cal's sort of like one of those schools. They're on that, like, but he's on that political.
And I didn't hear much about JB either coming out. I didn't know him until we drafted him. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Coming out of high school,
I don't know if he was making noise in college like that. Did he make? Was they in the tournament?
Yeah, they made the tournament.
Yeah,
JB. I know he was there. I think he was there with Ivan Rad. Shout out to Ivan Rad from Cali. But yeah, he was. JB had in high school, that dude was crazy. He had that same body now in high school. Pause.
Wow.
That same build to him now in high school. Like he was just. And shout out to JB, man. I couldn't be right behind Al. I was so happy for JB. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too, man.
And it surprised everyone when they said his name MVP. I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked.
I wasn't shocked.
I wasn't shocked though.
I wasn't shocked
because I thought it was
gonna
be Tatum went off, so I figured he was gonna get it.
Yeah, but they couldn't give it to Tatum based on one game.
It's the whole body of work. JB was
the whole body of work. JB played.
I'll tell you what won it. It was JB's defense more than.
That's right. I was about to say
defense. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. It was his defense, man.
Yep.
So won us the chip. It was the defense in the finals.
I was at work. I lucked out. I was at work, and I caught that last quarter, man.
Yo, it was
that was beautiful, man.
Just to see the way it went down, it was great, man. That was beautiful. But before we move on, man, yo, what's good, people? This is Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stony Crook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe. We back at it again, bringing you guys another live, man. It is one of the greatest memories in our put it this way, in our basketball lifetime, to witness this one. This one was kind of special, I think. Even though the Paul Pierce Garnett one was special, this one was special because these dudes was homegrown. P was homegrown, but this one was special because these dudes was homegrown, and they put the puzzle together right, and it worked. So with that being said, like the title says, the champions, the Celtics, Boston Celtics, win the NBA championship, banner number 18, and hey, this is the season finale for Parlay with us. We're coming, we're giving you guys this is the basically last show of year number 1. As you want to say, we went over anniversary because we started during the NBA playoffs, but this is the season finale of Parlay with us podcast. We will be back with you guys again when things start heating up with camp and football and the NFL. When the Red Sox, if they do contend for some, I'll talk to Doe about that.
When they balling right now.
Yeah, I know. When they do contend, we can talk about some Red Sox and what they're looking like and what Doe feels about them because he's a baseball guy and so is Crook.
And I've been watching them on the low.
We'll probably bring you guys some of that content, but for now, we probably, we're going to give you guys this season-ending show, and it was fire this weekend. This week was a great week for the Boston fans. and it was a great week for Parlay with us. We enjoyed it. We put together a good body of work, and at the end of it, you know, the fruits, you know, we bared the fruits. The Celtics did their thing, man. We was riding with them all, you know, but we was riding with them all season. And, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, before we move on, let me give it to Nonchalantly Zay, man. He did a good thing for us, and he's always going to get that shout out. So I
feature coming soon. I gotta holler at my man Zay. Feature single coming soon. Oh,
yeah, shout out to Zay. I saw him at the parade, man. You know,
shout out to shit. Chris was out there with his daughter too.
Yo, real quick. So
she's been out there with his daughter. Okay.
Yeah, drove all the way from Jersey. Came down.
Wow. Yeah. Yo, you know what was so good about that? Not to cut you crook and Stacks. Yo, I met this brother, yo. He was like an old school brother, like, right? You know them types, right? He had like the ill, like, matching suit on and pimped out type of thing with the jewelry on. He was cool, smooth brother. And he was like, oh man, you know, he was walking up, he was like, you know, all excited, like, yeah, dude, like, it was great. That was a good series, this and that. He was like, yo, I'm glad the Celtics did it. He was like, and then he went back talking about the Larry Bird, seeing it, the Larry Bird and all that stuff. And he was like, yo, I grew up in Springfield, but I've been in Buffalo for like almost like 20, 30 years. And he was like, yo, he drove from Buffalo that morning.
Yeah. You ain't gonna see the championship there. You better drive up here.
And he said that too. He said he was like, "Yo, they hate me out
in any part of the city."
He said, "Yo, they hate." He was like, "Yo, they hate me out there in Buffalo. They hate me because he was like, everything's New England Patriots, everything's Boston. You know what I mean?" He's like, "They hate me," but he was like, "Yo, I gotta rep my team." He came all the way. He told me he drove. I think it was like 6 hours or something.
Yes, this is true. This is a little bit more.
It's true. I said, "You crazy, bro!" Like, but shout out to you. But let me drop that for Nonchalantly Zay.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break.
Yeah, man. Once again, this is Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Bean, Stony Cook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe, man. We doing it. Another live, man. I'm sure, you know, people probably like, yo, where they been, man? These dudes ain't been on the tube in a minute. We was giving up some content there. I was taking a look at some of our past shows and stuff like that. Yo, we did a lot of good work, man. During this season. Basketball, football season, man, throughout this year. It was a lot of stuff, man. We went through a lot, man. We did hockey. We was going in it. We did soccer, you know what I mean? So I'm proud of everything that we did, you know, on the show, on the podcast. You guys did a good job, man. Everybody brings a good piece to the game. So what's up, fellas? What else y'all got, man? What y'all want to chop it up with to give them the last of the last for this season? On the sports tip, we could talk about what we got seeing coming up in the future with the Celtics. What y'all think about that? The future with the Celtics, what the next move is, because, you know, we could talk that. We could talk about the future of the Patriots, what's moving on there, how they, you know, if any rumblings or anything in, you know, OTAs and stuff like that. So go ahead, man. What y'all got?
I just want to give a shout out to Joe Mazzulla. Stony rolled with him the whole year. I did.
Well, no doubt.
You rolled with him the whole year.
Give me my props, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him his props. And a special Brad Stevens. What a fucking job.
Yes.
Brad.
Brad gets a lot of credit.
Brad might have handed that trophy. I know the players won it. Don't get me wrong, but Brad should have touched that trophy like on the real, so some real shit. Like,
yes,
Brad put this shit together the right way.
Yeah,
he did, man. Think even from his highest. Think about it. He hired Ime. That was a great hire. Ime blew smoked that bag. That was all Ime's fault. Then he came in and hired Mazzulla. Another great hire. Then the roster that he put together with these guys.
Yeah,
moving on from Smart, moving on from, and I was a Rob Williams guy. I like Rob, still do. But moved them two pieces with Marcus. Everybody know how Boston feels about Marcus. Had a chance. How he slid.
I love Marcus. I love Marcus.
Holiday out from underneath the Bucks like that. The Bucks don't make that trade if they know Boston's getting Drew. I promise you that. I promise you they don't make no trade. Am I right? Right or wrong, though?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Hell no.
If they know if Drew's coming to Boston, they don't make that trade.
Exactly. That was a huge move when we got Drew, man. But man, let me tell you, man, Brad Stevens, Mazzulla, I can't give those guys any more credit than what they getting right now, man.
And the staff.
They could sell too, man.
No doubt.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say,
no doubt, man. But when you listen,
keeps getting overlooked for a job, which I don't understand. But shout out to Sam.
Let me tell you something. When you're coaching NBA, you have to have that connection with your players, man. Let me tell you, you got to be able to connect with these players and their most innermost, like whatever it is, you got to connect with them, man. Especially with different time. It doesn't matter how talented you are as a player. When a coach has that connection with you and could connect with you mentally, pull you to the side and you know and have you put things in perspective. I don't think there's a better coach that could do that like Mazzulla. Mazzulla is such a mental, cerebral coach, and he gets the best out of all his players, man. I'm telling you, and let me tell you something. I think if Harden had a coach like that could reach him mentally, Harden would have been a lot better than we is. Because I think James Harden's a perfect example. A guy with so much talent, but just doesn't know how to use it, and his mental was off. And I think that's the situation with us. We have two guys with great talent, but we knew how to reach them mentally. Tatum going through what he was going through. He couldn't score. He couldn't, But look what he did. He rebounded and assists, doing other things. And I think Mazzulla is a big reason why he decided to capitalize on other things rather than scoring. And not get himself out the game, not get frustrated, and it cost his game. Turnovers. You see that turnovers were down, but everybody played their part.
Yeah,
and everybody stayed mentally strong. Everybody stayed mentally strong.
I watched the game 5 today. Again, they had the replay on. I just happened to wake up and it was on, so I actually watched the whole game, fucking around. So. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, all the Celtics had was 4 turnovers. That's crazy. 4. Compared to when we played Golden State, we probably would have had about 11, 12.
Right. Because they mentally wasn't in it. They was getting frustrated. They was just giving up. And this team was mentally strong, man. They was disciplined, mentally strong. They bought in the Mazzulla way. Mazzulla had these guys believing, hey, Tatum, you're not scoring right now, but you're rebounding great. I love your assists. You're making plays, hustling. You're doing all of this and that. Everybody was giving in. If you knew you wasn't having a good shooting game, you giving in and you giving it to that guy that's having a great shooting game. I think Mazzulla had everybody on that right mental state, man, to really cap off this great season. I think that was huge. That was huge, man. I think it came down to them because think about it. I mean, Tatum, man, let me tell you, man, that guy, man, I didn't think he had it in him. I thought he was just a scorer, but I just didn't think that he was able to make a difference in other areas like he did. He made a huge difference in those other areas, and it helped us win. It helped us win game 1.
You're right. That's
game 2. But I think he bought into it though. He bought into it. He didn't stay stuck on damn, I can't score and then just giving up. He bought into it. And I think Mazzulla had them all believe. Look what everybody was saying. Everybody, if you notice the post-game interview of the championship, what was everybody saying? My teammates. If it wasn't for my teammates, it was a team effort, team this, team that. True. It was just great how all these guys just bought into that team mentality, that team effort, and that's what it takes to win, man. And I feel like we're gonna do it again next year.
Yeah, I think I'm curious to see how Brad he got to tune that bench up like that. You gotta use the draft pick. I don't think They can afford anything.
There you go. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. That's we got to tune the bench up.
There's pieces on that bench.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jordan, Walsh, Springer,
Yeah.
and Cater. Them three guys right there can play. They like me and you used to have our conversation, build a team around Tatum and Brown. Just build it around. Forget bringing everybody in. Build that team around these guys. Listen, with Springer, Cater, the kid, the Portuguese kid, Cater, and then you got the other kid, Jordan Walsh from Arkansas. Telling you, them three guys are key this summer. Them coaches need to go live with them three guys and just tell them, listen, man, we really need y'all because they all young. They all young. And like you said, though, you could just bring in maybe one veteran to come in and who's going to play minutes and talk to them guys on the bench and let them know what's suspected.
Keep the chemistry right.
Yeah, they got that though. They got it.
There's a two, fellas.
They got Al. Al ain't going nowhere. He said
Al coming back.
Al's coming back.
2 to 3 year window. I'm telling you, right? They can run off. They can run off.
Yeah. No doubt. They set up definitely for next year. And my whole thing is that they know what it feels. They know what it feels like to win a championship. They know what it takes.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't know what it takes going into next year when they play certain games and certain games are going a certain way. This team remind me a lot of how the Spurs was during their championship days, like a team that just bought into that team mentality, that team basketball. The Warriors, same thing, but I compare them to the Warriors in terms of just a team that's been together for a long time and they know each other, and they was put together young, and they grew to know each other's ways and habits, and when you know your team that well, the communication, everything, defense, offense, like this team always they establish a relationship where no matter what the situation is, they know they're going to be able to come through and they're going to try their hardest to win that game. And I feel like we have that core, we have that just that mentality, and I love where we're at right now, and I'm glad we won, because now this team knows what it feels like to win. They experience, and I don't think we need to add much. And if anything we add, it has to be a guy that's gonna gel well with the team chemistry wise.
You just need a guy that can spell Tatum and Brown. You need a guy. I don't know if Walsh is that guy, but you need a guy who can give them guys maybe 5 to 10 minutes of breathing where they come to the bench, where they chilling. And that means that guy has to play 15 to maybe 20 minutes. And those are good minutes.
Yes.
And with us winning the championship, they're going to be some veterans that don't have rings that's going to say, I'm going to go over here and ride this wave. They seem like they all right over there. Let me go over here, ride this wave, and see if I can help these guys out and quote unquote ease one in.
Oh, that's a good analogy, Stacks, because the reason why I'll say that is because now maybe the light is going to shine a little bit better on the city and on the team. Remember, we talked about this before about players wanting to come to this side of town or this region. And I don't call it a region, but they make it seem like it's a region. It's like friggin' 3 hours away, 4 hours away from New York, but they make it seem like it's almost near Canada. But at the end of the day is now it's going to, you're right, it's going to bring some attention where there's going to be some guys like, yo, let me go over there and jump on that squad and get it in and get that shit.
Well, it happened already. That already happened. If you're winning, they're gonna come here. It happened in 2000. You gotta remember, Rasheed Wallace came here. You never thought Rasheed Wallace.
You're right. You're right.
But we got to manage it. We got to manage it better, not oversaturate what we got going right now.
I agree with you.
Keep it nice.
No, I agree with you. But the thing for me, my opinion, I was reading a lot on this. There's a good article on Boston.com. You guys should read if you didn't read it already. I was reading about the second apron and just things they're gonna do. And it's a good, and for the listeners, if you want to dig deep into a little deep dive on the off season, because the draft is next week. What I think they should do, they should use those 2 draft picks, because like Stack said, we're gonna be in that apron. You're gonna have to get a guy that, like Stack said, a veteran that wants to come in here and only make $1.5 million, because you can't give the mid-level out no more. They can't do it. They can't afford it. They got to sign D White. They got to sign Tatum, which is just going to slot in. They're talking about resigning Hauser to an extension. Maybe not, obviously not to the level of that. So for me, like Stack said, and you said Crook too, and Beans, someone that comes in here doesn't fuck up the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it doesn't try to come in here and get a veteran that knows his place, one. And two, for me, go through the draft, man, and start trying to find these diamond in the roughs. You know what I'm saying? They got
Still keep building.
They got two on the bench, though. They got two up on the bench.
And Brad's on that track. He's on that track. That's their philosophy.
My bad, Crook, but still, Stacks, I agree with you. Jordan Walsh and them are still slotted where they at because they've been here. But you're still gonna have to fill that other part up because Brissett's leaving too.
Yeah, he's gone. The other side is
leaving. Cornette's leaving. Yeah. Cornette, Brissett. What I'm saying is, they're not gonna be able to get
Tillman. I think Tillman too, though.
Yeah, he's gone. That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have to find and I agree with you, Walsh, Springer, the kid from Portugal. Get those guys. They're in the system.
Yeah,
because get those. But I keep drafting young guys because they did it with Pritchard. They gave Pritchard.
AKA Oklahoma City. Look at the way they do it.
Exactly. And that's been Brad's. That's his vision. That's his vision.
That's his mindset.
A young team, and that's what it is right now. Because that philosophy is going to sustain a team's lifespan if you continue to
build off
with that, having that philosophy,
because Tatum and Brown is pretty. They got some good years left, man.
Real good. Yeah, and you're gonna sustain the longevity of the team. You're gonna be able to sustain through the years. You're not gonna be, like for the Lakers, for example, they got an old ass LeBron that it's like it's tough now. They can't maneuver too much. You don't want to be tied up like that.
I'm with you, though. He gets no love on this show. I'm tired of every time.
That's the worst organization right now.
Yeah, dog. I'm just tired of.
No,
they always want to be relevant, bro. Like nobody want to hear nothing about.
They use Dan Hurley. They were gonna get Reddick the whole time. Use Dan Hurley. That's
they don't believe in paying coaches. That's what it is.
Dan Hurley said nah, though.
Yeah, Dan Hurley said, "Why would I leave here?"
They didn't make him an offer he couldn't refuse.
I ain't gonna get this bag from Texas A&M. Why would I have to leave?
Right. To inherit this problem.
Well, I gotta go somewhere where I gotta drive Bronny James. I gotta drive Bronny.
I gotta go somewhere where one player controls the whole team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think LeBron. Look, I'm not hating on. I love what LeBron did for the league. I love what he's done. But I think this stage of his life, they going a little overboard. I don't care what he's doing. He's what, 38 right now, 39,
40. He's
about to be the same age as his coach. They like the same age. So I think the Lakers are just desperate. Look, they desperate and they got the wrong people. That's why Magic left. They got the wrong people in that office right now. And Jeannie Buss, she's making a huge mistake. Pelinka, I don't like that guy. He's horrible. He's just not a good GM. They're in trouble. The Lakers are in trouble.
Hey, Stoney, I'm gonna give him a pass. I ain't gonna say he's terrible. I'm saying he's doing what LBJ says. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I think he's terrible.
Listen, how can you really judge that guy as being a GM when he's doing everything LeBron and Rich Paul? Because everybody know the way AD got there was the funny business.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then they LBJ brought Westbrook in there. Then they made Westbrook the scapegoat. Like, that whole
it's not gonna work.
LA Lakers, dog. Like, I hate that. I hate them. You have
it's not.
I'm Shaq, Kobe, but I don't do no Lakers, dog. I just don't do them.
And I'm glad that's happening to them. But they running it wrong. You can't let the players dictate how you run that business.
Not
it's just a problem.
Not players, player. One guy.
Right, player. Then what?
One
He
guy.
got.
And y'all know I'm a LeBron fan.
Hey, look,
You guys know I'm
glad that happened to him. I'm glad that
not
happened.
cutting you off, Stony, but you guys know I'm a LeBron fan. I think he's one of the greatest players.
Listen,
One of the greatest
LeBron
players.
guy.
I'm not even.
But
I'm
one of
not
the worst
even
GMs ever.
Ever.
I'm not gonna hate on my man, but I'm trying to tell y'all something. You're totally right.
It means it ain't hate if it's facts.
But it is not his fault though, because they put the ship in his hands. They gave him they said, yo, hey, I captain. He's captain.
He ain't skating, dog. He ain't skating. He ain't,
they put the ship in his hands. He just can't.
He put the hole in it. He put the hole in it.
What'd you say?
And he put the hole in it. Yeah, they gave him the ship.
No, he put the hole in it. He ruptured the ship. He ran it aground. You know what I mean? But he tried to do it his way. Him and his mans in them.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's not working. That bubble championship it's man. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. Paul was on point. Y'all gonna raise a banner for that championship in a bubble? Come on, man. You guys are funny, man. Come on, man. I love the fact that Paul put that out there. He was like, "Y'all, I'm not raising no banner for no bubble championship, man. Get out of here, man."
At the end of the day, I think the Celtics need to build. If we want to keep doing what we're doing,
then the thing that gets
we're gonna keep doing, man. Like we're the Warriors right now. We're the Warriors right now.
And the thing that gets me, I'm arguing with people that the Lakers are only one more behind us. Actually, they're more behind us because the Minneapolis championships don't count, dog.
Yeah, the Minneapolis don't count though. And listen, they so far from a championship team. They far.
It was in Minnesota.
Far from a championship team. They far, man. And they're not gonna get a championship for a while. They in trouble. They made a mistake with AD, and they made a mistake holding LeBron too long. They in trouble, man. What can they do? They in trouble.
Oklahoma City gonna win one before then.
Yeah, Lakers are in trouble. They about to go through some shit right now.
I told you on that show. Just because LA don't mean people want to go there. I'm telling y'all, bro. And Jeannie Buss don't got money like that either. She's leaking money. Yo, listen.
Exactly. Yo, you made a point right there, and that's what they were saying, because the fact that they didn't, give Hurley that money. They saying, yo, the Lakers, they don't got money like that.
They don't got money.
What else? Tell me, what else are they making money off of besides the tickets and the merchandise? They don't have no other type business type ventures like a lot of these. Think about it. A lot of these owners, they got hedge funds. They got all kinds. They got that. They got them billions. They got all kinds of shit going on.
That's probably the LA and California is huge, dog. You gotta remember that. So but
just because of that don't mean you're gonna
market alone. Their market alone.
They don't get it twisted. They are the number one sports team out there.
They are, but that don't. But still, it's.
What do you say?
It's the money though. Like, are they money right? Is they money right?
Money ain't right. Read it, Google it. Their money's not right. It's not right.
It's not right. They got nothing else on.
The purse. They messed up the purse.
Their money's not right. All these
other owners, they own other shit, and they got all kinds of shit going on, man. Think about it, man. They got, but come on, man. Like to do that on the Clippers.
What is that? The second most
valuable, yeah, but the value don't mean shit.
Touch that value.
Yeah, but the value don't. The value, yeah. If she sells it, yeah. What money's coming in besides the Lakers?
The what you call it? The president basketball operations. It just they making mistakes. They spending the money wrong.
Mistakes.
They made them. They made a bad spend with AD. They just did a lot of bad things business wise. The Lakers would have to restructure their front office to get back on track.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while.
Definitely,
they won't, and we'll already be 2 or 3 champions in.
And we'll probably be 2 or 3 in. Yes, you're right.
What's set up so nice, man?
Like set up great, yo. If you watch that show Clip, right? It's on Hulu or FX about the Clippers when that crazy owner
Oh yeah, I heard that's good. I gotta check that out.
You know what they keep saying?
With Lawrence Fishburne playing Doc Rivers.
Yeah, but you know what they keep saying? I swear to God, if you watch that show, Doc Rivers keeps saying Boston, first class organization. They keep saying it through the show. Because he goes to an organization like the Clippers, and I'm not saying the Clippers are Lakers, different organization. But what I'm saying is, like Crook said, we have so many businesses, philanthropy. We have so much shit with the Celtics, bro. There's so much shit. Putnam Investments,
team,
that school for the blind. They're set up. They're set up. They know how to spend their money. They know how to rearrange their money. The capologist has been there for years. That dude, shout out to him, Zarin.
And another key thing, it's an ownership group.
The ownership group. It's not a family.
It's not. There you go. It's not a family.
Yeah, that family is very dysfunctional. That's
dysfunctional.
Yeah, but hold on.
That's what it is.
Don't get it to it. Jeannie Buss is making them decisions. Them dudes.
You're right, Stats.
Yeah, but it's just. You're right about that.
Them brothers don't want nothing to do with her.
You're right. 100%. That's why it's gonna go into the ground.
That's why, long as she's because she's listening to the wrong.
And that's LeBron's friend.
Yeah.
She's not experienced, man. She really isn't. She got she has majority ownership. You know, her dad gave her that, but she's not experienced. And that's
her dad didn't give her nothing. She took that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I mean, if you watch it, I mean, she was.
Dad gave it to the brothers. The dad gave it to the brothers, and she was like the fucking secretary.
She played it. It looked like I watched it though, but it looked like he had more confidence in her over the brother.
No, he didn't.
Well, he was alive when she basically took over.
Because he had no choice because his sons was fucking morons. So
exactly.
He had to give it to her at this point.
Yo, my point is, it's just her, and she doesn't have that right supporting system around her. She is very lucky. She's very lucky to have Phil Jackson, Kobe, and Shaq.
Yeah.
Because without those guys, this team would have been in turmoil. Still, she's lucky that she had those guys in her life. And it's showing. It's showing.
LBJ. And LBJ.
And LBJ. But man,
no. Not saying that. I'm not about the act. Think about Stoney. Think about if she didn't have LBJ after.
Listen,
they would have been in trouble.
Before LBJ got there, that team was horrible.
Horrible.
Kobe didn't even want to. Remember last stages of Kobe's career, though, he didn't even want to play there. He didn't want to be there. He almost went to the Clippers. Think about that.
Yeah, that's right. He almost went to the Clippers.
Like he almost left. Like if it shot rest in peace to the great Jerry West. If it wasn't for Jerry West, he would have bounced.
Yep.
He would have bounced. So I mean,
they fucked Jerry West over too.
Yeah. Then they fucked Jerry West over. They sure enough did.
They fucked Elgin Baylor over so bad he went to work for the Clippers. Yo, that organization.
They're not set up to sustain these next, these next 10 years. They're in real trouble.
AD's gonna be their number
and she's gonna sell. She's selling that team. She's gonna sell it. That's what I'm predicting right now. She's gonna sell it.
That shit ain't going nowhere.
You got a better chance of my man selling the Knicks.
He'll sell it.
The Lakers. I'll tell you right now.
If you think let me tell you something, Stoney, I'll eat my words. But
where's it gonna go? She doesn't have kids. Who's it going to?
Not to cut you. There's two franchises in this country that would never be sold. It's going to be in the family. That it's few, but one of them is the Knicks with the Dolan family.
Yeah, I agree.
The Buss family, maybe the Crafts. And then those
are keeping that. They ain't going.
And those people out of KC and Pittsburgh.
And the Glazers too. No, the Glazers so right.
But
Pittsburgh ain't going nowhere.
Beans, you forgot one franchise. I'm shocked that you even skipped them.
Ooh.
Yankees.
Think about it.
Yeah, Yankees.
The Yankees.
The Yankees. Yes.
Man, that should be number 2.
The Steinbergers. That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Steinberger got like 40 kids, so that's franchise ain't going nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Those are family storied franchises.
Right. No, you're right.
No, the reason I'm saying the Lakers.
I don't think the Fords.
You're gonna have to put the Celtics up there now too with Grossbeck.
Man, but they're not relevant, man. Nobody.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying those are franchises. Those families are going to eat off of. Those families are going to eat off those franchises until Kingdom Come. That's all I got.
The reason I'm saying Jeannie Buss. The reason I'm saying her, she doesn't have any kids.
I bet she got nieces and nephews, Stoney. I bet she got.
But I mean, are they involved? I mean, do you know if they're involved in the family business?
Stoney, remember she wasn't
like
involved.
Her
fucking secretary, Stoney.
Listen, her siblings, they don't talk. They don't fuck with each other. None of her siblings, they don't fuck with each other. They all on some bullshit.
One common thing will bring.
She doesn't have any kids
like that, and that's money, dog.
So it's like
money will bring siblings. You will put down.
Stoney, I'm not saying that they won't. That it can't be possible.
Yeah, but are they
might beat it? Basically, based on what you're saying,
are they going to be relevant?
They might be they could be the franchise that would do something like that if they don't have leniency. If they don't have,
the Lakers are in trouble, man.
They are in trouble, but
they're in trouble, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do when you're in trouble? You got to.
But what I'm saying is, Stoney, it could be fixable. That's
it could be fixable. You gotta get the right. You got to get the right people around you.
They'll tear it down. Yeah. She ain't gonna let a situation ruin her franchise.
They need to get rid of Pelinka. I'll tell you that. That's one of the first.
If they don't win this year, he's gone.
Rest in peace to the. That dude is shady. Yo, he's a shady individual. When he did what he did to Magic, that's why Magic left, because he did some snake shit, and I feel Magic on that shit. He came, he talked about that whole situation, and I was really on his side, because when you could tell when somebody's speaking some real shit. And Magic, he was speaking some real shit. He let everybody know what really went down with that situation, why he left the Lakers. And ever since that, I don't, and then the whole way he is and everything like that, like I'm on Magic's side with that. And I feel like that team is not gonna go nowhere if they keep that dude there.
Listen, fuck Urban.
Who don't got no principle
with all that shucking and jiving. Hey, man, we got to get Lakers. Fuck him.
Yo, Magic's my nigga.
Hold on, Stoney. I gave you the floor. Magic, they wanted Magic to be all the way in. And what he did, though, he wouldn't let go of his businesses. If you're the GM of a franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers, your number one priority is the Los Angeles Lakers, dog. It's not your other businesses. He wouldn't give up his other businesses.
No, I think no. It wasn't the other businesses. It was just the Dodgers.
He didn't trust it.
It was the Dodgers.
It doesn't matter.
I wanted him to relinquish the Dodgers.
If I hire you to be the head of something, your main objective is to be the head.
Yo, he tweets like he got hit in the head with a brick.
Yeah, but Stacks, right? That's the type of guy that you need on your roster. And what happened was him and Pelinka, they bumped heads as far as the roster was concerned. There was a lot of backstabbing, and they made a huge mistake.
So hold on. I'm gonna go a step further, though. I'm gonna dig deep on you, Stoney. Who put Pelinka there?
Kobe.
All right. You don't think when Magic came aboard that Kobe and Pelinka wasn't talking? You don't think that?
Yeah.
Don't think that for a second that Kobe might have had something to do with running Magic out of there? Yeah. Rest in peace to the Mamba. I love Kobe.
Yo, rest in peace to the Mamba. I won't put that past him, because he threw Shaq under the bus. So I won't put it past him.
Hold on, Stoney. Kobe was known for doing some snake shit. He was known for it.
They call him the Mamba for a reason.
So before I can't stand Magic, dog. I just don't. All that smiling and that shucking and jive, I can't do him. I just don't do him.
I respect
James Worthy. I mess with James Worthy. I like James. But I don't do
he seems like a solid dude.
I respect Magic. Look, I respect Magic on the business level, and I respect him on. And I got to watch a couple of interviews.
You don't even mess with him. You don't even mess.
No, but look, I got to watch some interviews with Magic when he was on First Take. he's a great basketball mind. I love his knowledge with the game, with the basketball, with the whole game of basketball and how he views team. He was talking about other teams and what they need to do, what they lack and all that. I respect him on that level. I respect him on a business level. Of course, I don't respect him in terms of the jersey he was wearing, no doubt. But I respect his basketball mind. You got to respect that mind as a sports fan. Period. You got to respect that basketball mind, and I really enjoy hearing him break certain things down and how certain teams need to do this and what they do well and everything like that. But when he spoke about that situation with him and the Lakers and why he left and all that, I was feeling him on that because he was really genuine about the shit that was going on and what happened, and it came down to somebody backstabbing him. That's what it was. He got some, Pelinka did some snake move, did some funny shit, and ever since that, I looked at Pelinka in a different way as a sports fan that just pays attention to what's going on in the sports world. But hey, look, fuck the Lakers, you know what I mean? That's on them, man. They're gonna be in trouble for a while.
That's our rival, so it's like we can't,
you got to know your enemy shit. What's going on with them? You know what I'm saying? That's a good observation. They're in trouble.
Yeah, no, they are in trouble. But that franchise ain't going.
Hey, it's on them, man. This is how we're doing Boston, man. I feel like all Boston teams, they kind of not inherit, but they kind of buy into the winning ways. Like, that's a better way of saying it. We all buy in. True. Like, Patriots way, Red Sox, they bought into that. Celtics, we all buy into that same program. And think about it. Red Sox, a young team, farm, they build. Celtics build. Patriots, they about to build. You know what I mean? The Bruins, them motherfuckers, they building too, but they got other situations they got to work on. But we're all on that same shit, and I like that. I like that we all buy into the same shit, and we got good people. We got a good group of executives and coaches, and that's what we do out here, man. We're not on that bullshit over there. We ain't Hollywood, you know what I mean? We on that real shit over here.
True. I like that analogy too. They keep it real out here. It's not fake. They're not dealing with too much of controversy.
But I like the building aspect, though. I like that. I like the draft and young players and just building and keeping a nucleus that. Let me tell you, the Spurs. Let me ask you a question, Stacks. I got a great question for you, and I always wanted to ask. This is one of my favorite questions that I would ask any NBA analyst, anybody, and I'm surprised nobody was asked this question. Why did the San Antonio Spurs never repeat it?
They did.
They never repeated.
If they didn't,
they didn't. They always won every other year.
Well,
for 5 years, for 5 seasons.
They won odd years. 03, 05, 07.
In the league with fucking LeBron James and Kobe Bryant.
You took the words out of my mouth, though.
What was it?
No, but a franchise. They never they did the every other year so many times. Why they never repeated the championship?
I mean, you gotta think about it. You know what's so funny?
Kobe.
I woke up in the morning before work. They were playing the Miami Heat Spurs series. Email on the motherfucking bench with the suit. Ray Allen. And I was thinking that too, how great Duncan is. And this is my answer. Not I'll give you my answer. I just think that. As much as that was a top-heavy league, I don't think the league was as talented as it is now. But when Spurs was on top of their shit, that was a top-heavy league. You had the Lakers in there. Beanton was good. You had the Lakers in there. You had LeBron in his prime. You had Dallas. You had Dallas with Dirk, with Jason Kidd. I mean, that was a top. It's tough. It was tough.
Sacramento.
Yeah,
Sacramento with Weber in them. I mean, that's my opinion why they didn't repeat. You know what I'm saying? But you're right.
It's amazing.
Your premise, though.
Think about it. Every other year.
Yeah.
That's because
every other year was. But it was so. No, but this was after Shaq and Kobe. They did thrown.
No, but then you had after Shaq and Kobe, you had LeBron.
During the Shaq and Kobe, I think it was the David Robinson championship.
Yeah, but you had LeBron.
No, listen, the Spurs, they dethroned Shaq and Kobe. The Spurs is the reason why
they had to go against
Kobe and
LeBron,
Shaq
D-Wade.
ended.
Who else did they lose to? They lost to LeBron, right? How many times the Spurs?
No, they didn't lose. But they lost to LeBron when he went to Miami. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you had to
think about it when they won.
That was a super team, by the way. That Miami team, fucking super team.
Yeah, it was a super team.
But
they lost the first. They lost that first finals.
Around with fucking
against Dallas.
You know, no one wants to listen to Spo.
Shout out to that Shiz, right?
Yeah, shout out to Shiz.
Shout out to Shiz. What up, Shiz? What up, Shannon? Yo, you're right, though. Shiz, I like that last comment that you made. I like the last comment that you made or phrase that you made, and you say what they gonna say now, and that's true. What are they gonna say now? Like
there was saying why we're gonna win it again.
It was a lot of backlash. They do it again. Everybody had nobody wanted the Celtics to win.
No, of course not.
No, nobody. Everybody picked against us. There's a video called
except Molly on First Take.
Except Molly. Yo, they got a video where the title says "We have receipts" and it has everybody picking Dallas.
That shit to y'all. Look in the text.
Yo, how the fuck?
Everybody's picking Dallas.
How the fuck you gonna sit there and say Dallas was deep? Skip Bayless should lose his job. Seriously, with that bullshit.
Skip Bayless should lose his job. So should Nick Wright.
Nick Wright, get
Chris
the fuck out of here, you big nose motherfucker.
Motherfuckers, man. They didn't know what to say when they came on the show the following day, man. Yo, Nick Wright, he said it. He's like, no matter who they would have played, I would have picked against them. But yo, look, you wrong, man. You was wrong.
I know it's entertainment, but to me, that's kind of getting kind of weak on us. That's kind of getting kind of weak how they doing that. Like, listen, I understand it's entertainment, but you got to get some real analysis sometimes. Right. You know what I'm saying?
The analysis is horrible. I don't know what the fascination was with Dallas.
Anyway, but that's a disservice to people that really want to know and break down and get analysis where you just don't like a city or a team. And he was here with his wife and he was talking about people treating him good. I mean, I'm not going to, if I seen him, I wouldn't have said shit. I ain't going to go to jail for smacking him in the face. For what? Because he doesn't like the Celtics. But that being said, you ain't giving real analysis, bro. How you giving people that watch your show analysis that's not real? Like some people might really watch that show to gamble or to like get some type of edge. You know how we gamble. I watch the games. We watch the games, Crook. But some people don't have that knowledge like us, bro. They really watch these shows to get analysis. And probably really, bro, I know this is a fact. People were betting on Dallas on the strength of what the national media was saying. That's a fact.
Heavy.
Yep.
And not only that,
listening to these fucking clowns.
Yeah, and they was on
crazy
nuts. You know, Skip Bayless is on Dallas's nuts.
Because he's from there. He's from Texas.
Yeah, he's on that Dallas bandwagon. Like,
but Nick Wright doesn't like Boston for whatever
he doesn't feel Boston, man. He was hating on Brady.
Bro, you listening to this guy?
Chris Broussard too. All them, they all hate on Boston.
I don't get that.
They was all hating on Boston, but you know what? It's on them.
And that's cool. I'm just saying, I feel bad for people that want to get analysis. And
we here, man. We ain't going nowhere.
We here. Come to this show, get some real fucking analysis. I would have won you some money today.
I like
Open America, Europa, but that's a different story for another day.
Oh man, you could drop it, man. This is the end of. I mean,
what I'm saying is though,
we got to finish out the show nice today.
I get mad about that because people really listen to these shows for real analysis. You got people like Udonis. How you gonna? That's like having Derek Jeter, right?
Udonis having what a piece
what do you have this guy on there for? Why is he on there? With his fucking
like, yo, this dude was so wrong. This guy, so wrong, and he's smiling, making these predictions, smiling like get out of here, son.
I understand, bro.
Get out of here, man.
Shannon Sharp. You know what's so funny? Shannon Sharp was a Celtics fan on Undisputed. Now he comes over to Stephen A. Smith. And now he's not, which I don't care if you're a fan or not. I don't mean he was a fan. What I mean was he gave real analysis.
Fair
Now I
analysis.
don't watch that fucking bozo. He's on fucking with Stephen A.
Snow
Smith.
Snow Bunny Shannon Sharp. That's what
Another.
Dr. Umar calls him.
Yeah, they saying he fuck with dudes. That's another thing. I don't care about that. But my point is this: you go on these shows. That to me, it gets me upset because I know people out here really spend real money on these betting on these games. People at my job are picking Dallas because what they heard on TV. I seen it.
Yeah.
You want to gamble with me? I didn't want to take his money. Crook, I could have got this dude for a stat. I know what I told the dude. I said, bro, I respect you. I'm not going to take your check. He goes, you want to bet checks? I go, bro, I will take your check, bro. This is what I do.
You should have took that shit, man.
I should have.
I'm
gonna be on some bullshit.
I just didn't feel Dallas could beat the Celtics.
They can't beat, bro.
Hell no, man. Listen, I said sweet, man. I said sweet. Look, I said
5. Bro, I called 5. I said 5.
I said 6.
I'm gonna be on some bullshit next season. Watch.
I said if they don't get that second one in Boston, it's gonna go 5.
I was wrong, but I still
listen. The way,
yo, Shizzy, if you wanted to come on, man, I could have sent you the link. I just didn't know if you wanted to come on or not.
I feel you, Beans. This is what I'm saying. See, Shizzy, come on. You already know where I'm going with that. You right.
Yo, look next season. I'm gonna be on some real bullshit next season. I'm gonna be on some shit, man. And shout out to Cedric Maxwell, man. Shout out to Cedric Maxwell. He called Felger and Maz, and he let them motherfuckers have it, man. Shout out to Cedric Maxwell, man. Yo, let me tell you, man, that was music to my ears. Hearing them just shit on these guys, man. These guys were just on that bullshit. You know, on that whatever.
Good looking.
Cedric Maxwell called in and let them dudes know, man. You guys were wrong. You guys were wrong. Shout out to Cedric Maxwell, man.
Bro, Cedric Maxwell is a diehard. So he ain't.
Yo, he called that show. He let them have it. Like, yo, you guys be on that. Come on, man. You guys love just being on that negative shit. They love being on that negative shit.
I've been listening to them forever. They weren't always like that, but this is the problem, though. We know where they at. We know, but these national shows, though, people really tune in, getting advice from Nick Wright, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. They get real advice. And I don't gamble. I don't know how you do that.
Yo, but you know what it is,
sure enough, dude. Though you're totally right. That's why we here at Parlay with us. Like you said, we here at Parlay with us. We pay a lot of attention to our sports.
Yeah,
man.
we don't.
And we watch these games.
I don't mind anybody.
So you're right. They're misleading people with the bullshit, with the entertainment side of sports.
Real quick, Beans. Know why I know it's real Crook? Remember during the year, Crook is a diehard Patriots fan. Diehard Patriots fan. He told you motherfuckers to take the Bills in the playoffs. He didn't say whether he was right or wrong don't matter. He's not saying fuck the Bills, I'm a Patriots. No, he's telling you this is where the money's at. This is what I'm saying, bro. I take it seriously because I put real money on these games. I know what I'm doing, but I do feel for people that go to these sources. I know we ain't ESPN, but you're going to the wrong places for information, bro. You're going to people that have agendas. You're going to people that don't like JB because he might be too black, or you're going to people that don't like Tatum because he doesn't speak and he ain't gangster. Like, what could what are we doing? Like, what? He takes care of his kid. One dude said he's soft because he takes care of his kid, but then you get on black men for not taking care of their kids. What are we doing?
Which one is it?
Yeah. Which one is it? So that's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy.
It's the narrative.
You know what the deeper reason is, though? Boston as a city, we've won 13 championships since 2001.
Yep.
And the rest of the world don't like that. They don't like that.
That's
like,
fact.
yo, these dudes are they celebrating too much.
No, that's great. But that being
13 since 2001.
It's Tony, that's champagne throwing too much.
No, that's great. That's great. Listen,
yo, man, it's flowing too much, man. Too many parades out here, man.
Like, I'm on the roof of my job during the parade.
Here, man. We have a holiday.
Yo, I'm on the
holiday, man.
I'm on the roof of my job during the parade. The roof of my job has a gym. People from out of state were coming out like, yo, y'all did it again. Y'all did it again. At the end of the day, I understand that. But that being said, the reason why I'm so passionate about this, because people put real money down in these fucking games. And you got these lame ass shows telling you how to go with and picking teams based on the relationships they don't have with people, bro. Because Stephen A don't like JB, so he's saying no one likes JB. State your source, bitch. Fuck out of here with all that, bro. Like that shit aggravating. I'm sorry, bro. I'm on my soapbox right now.
No, I feel you because I don't like how they shit on JB, man, especially JB.
Yo, Stephen A was hating it. You didn't see his face when he had to break down our win. Yo, Stephen A was hating. Shout out to Malika Andrews putting him on blast. Shout out to Malika Andrews. Like, yo, so what happened? It's like, and then this dude had a pink suit on. He had like a hot pink suit on. He's like, yo,
oh yeah, he was hot. He was hot.
What are you gonna wear in the next show? Put him out there, yo. Shout out to Malika, man.
The man went in on two. My man, Chris Russo went in on two. Stephen A. Went on when he tried to say the Lakers was a better franchise than the Celtics.
Get the fuck out of here, man. His premise was horrible.
Now he's picking at straws because they lost.
So people want to make fun of us.
Yo, we won. I mean, because we won, he's picking at straws.
Beans, he's from New York. He's salty because we're winning. Think about it. We recently the Red Sox won more than the Yankees. We've been relevant more than the Yankees. The Celtics been more relevant than the Knicks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The Patriots been more relevant than the New York teams. Yeah. Like he's hating, and you saw it in his face when the Celtics won and they was breaking everything down. The post-game show, look at his face, he was down.
His face was like this.
He was down, he was hating. Then look, he's gone, he's on vacation. He left.
Why he walking in the arena like he fucking starting for some team and shit? Why the cameras calling?
Exactly. Yo, they was saying that shit like this funny looking dude, man.
Yo, and you know what? He's always been like that too, even before, because I went to a game. He's shaking people's hands. One dude, he went to take a picture with this dude. The dude said, "Nah, I don't want to take a picture with you. I'm just saying hi." Bro, I'm like,
yo, if I see him, I'll say some funny shit to him, man. I ain't no bullshit, man. I'll have some funny shit to say about this dude.
He the type of nigga to call the cops on you, though.
So yes.
No, I mean, I would say shit. I wouldn't do shit.
Shizzy, thank you for that. Thank you, Shizzy. I was gonna bring that up, Shizzy.
I would say some funny.
Everybody else is welcome, but sloppy ass
Perk. Like, yo, come home, son.
Yo, he ain't welcome.
What happened? Something the Celtics organization must have did something to Perk for Perk.
Oh, they traded him. They got rid of him.
He went on.
No, Perk's riding with us. Perk picking us to win it again.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. He was shitting on us. He was shitting on us, man.
He ain't invited.
He's not invited.
He ain't with the.
Perk's not invited, bro. Trust me.
Scout said it. Scout said Perk is done.
They had Crook. They had clips of
what happened?
Perk.
No,
because the playoffs.
No, listen real quick. We all know he works for ESPN. He said he has to have there's a narrative like we're talking about, but he went too far in the organization. If you realize there was a Legends bus, Crook, you was at the parade up close. There was a Legends bus. You had House. Paul,
yep.
A few guys on it. You gotta remember, Perk was in town.
Paul was there.
Scout said, you can even Google it. Scout said he's not welcome to in the organization no more, bro. So Perk said he didn't want to be. He's on ESPN. He has to. He has to be a certain way. He can't like. Show favoritism, which is real, but the shit he does is over. He called the coach a bird brain.
Yep.
He did that. He said Tatum, he set the bar for Tatum to a different level, tried to divide JB and them.
Yep.
It's not real analysis. It's not real analysis. Bro, have real analysis. You an NBA player. You always want to make it about him. He talks about crazy about KD, then he cries on camera. I don't respect that. Whether you a KD fan or not, you're not doing real analysis, bro. That's why I don't fuck with that. I don't waste my time with those shows. Google. Shout
out to Paul. You seen Paul on Undisputed. Paul had
because that's what he's supposed to do.
Yo, he shut that shit down, man. Everything was Celtics up on there.
They try to kill that boy out here, and he still comes back here. Shows number.
Oh yeah, no, he's a Celtics. He's a Celtic.
He's a Celtic.
He's a Celtic.
He's a Celtic.
Yo, listen, he won the Finals MVP. There's nothing you can say about that. That dude came in and he won it for us. Before Paul won it, it was 86 was the last time.
And Paul was homegrown, right?
86.
Yeah, Paul drafted.
86. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. Paul's the man. Paul's the man, yo. He came in here. They put the red carpet out for him.
And
man.
I'm going on a limb, and I'm saying we're gonna win. I'm smiling when I'm saying it. The Patriots gonna win.
We winning again next year. They're not taking it from us.
Might be on something, but I think they're gonna be sneaky good. I think they're gonna be sneaky good, though.
Crook. Patriots gonna win 9 games. Let's go, motherfucker. We go. We wild.
Listen, the Patriots. I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, this city. I would love you guys got to pay attention to what's going on, man. Yeah, this shit's contagious. It's contagious. The way we move is contagious.
It's true.
People looking at the Patriots, they rebuilding all that. You don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's this thing going on. When we win, it spreads.
It's real.
It spreads, man. Look at the Red Sox. Are people paying attention to what they doing? These guys are on some shit. They won They won 8 out of their last 10. They balling.
8 out of 10 or something like that. Yep. 8 out of 11.
They balling. They balling. And that's what we do here. It spreads. Whatever we doing, it spreads. The Patriots, we don't know what they're gonna do. The masses are saying this and that and the third. You don't know. You don't know what's cooking over there. We're cooking over here, man.
I'm calling 9.
I say more than 9 wins.
10.
I say 11.
I say about 10. We could reality 9.
I'm saying 11, man.
I'm gonna go on 9.
I'm reality. I'm 9.
11 wins.
Go ahead.
11 wins gonna get you in the playoffs. So you saying they're a playoff team, Stoney?
Yes.
All right.
I can't.
Yes. Yes. You know why? Because we all hold ourselves. Everybody holds each other accountable. All of us,
bro.
Real quick, Stoney. Do you think that we could contend in the AFC East with the teams that's out there?
I do. Ask me.
Yes. Yes. We have a great defense. Look, we have a great defense.
What about the Dolphins?
We could beat them.
Tua's in trouble.
You're not sold on the Dolphins.
Tua's in trouble.
Y'all said Buffalo's on the downside.
Buffalo window was closed. They had a window.
But they done. They're all done.
Yeah.
Buffalo's window.
Now, why y'all say that? Why? Because they got older.
They just gone.
They lost Diggs. They lost. I don't say that. Look, it's not that they lost Diggs in terms of his name. They lost Diggs as far as the mentality. I'm telling you, it's the mentality. Yeah. All these players have the talent. Diggs is a number 1 type receiver. He was getting busy. What happened? He was a number 1 receiver. What happened? It's the mentality. It's the culture. It's the coaching. I'm telling you, man, that's huge right now in this day and age, right now in sports. It's the mentality, the toughness, the mental toughness. And I felt like this year the mental toughness got in his way. Look, and he shipped them out. I feel like we're a well-balanced team, and I feel like we're gonna inherit that Patriots way in terms of the mental toughness. Nobody's paying attention to us, but we're gonna work. And that's what it is right now.
What about the Jets?
Work. Aaron Rodgers is up there getting high in the mountain somewhere. What the fuck they gonna do? He's over there.
Look, it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. Like
I'm telling you,
I don't know how he's gonna recover from that.
Anything that Stoney, I'm not disputing what you're saying, and I'm with you. You know I'm a Patriots diehard. Y'all know that.
I feel like the magic is gonna keep growing, man. The magic. I'm gonna make a crazy wager.
I was disappointed. Remember, I was disappointed last year, and I show you, and we talked about the disappointment. And I'm gonna go through all of that, and we saw it, and it came to fruition what we talked about throughout the season. I think based on what Doja said, I'll be flabbergasted if they get 9, right? Truthfully,
they're gonna get more than 9.
But If they can contend in our, if they can really contend in our division, the Patriots got a chance. You're right.
You want to hear something
They got
crazy?
more than that.
You want to hear the
That's
biggest
remain to be
message
seen.
for
I
us?
got to see that first
If they
game.
can
with
win the
Rodgers.
division, if they can
You
win the
wanna hear
AFC
biggest
East,
message
we're
for us?
in good shape.
They don't need to
Real
though.
quick, you want to know the biggest
don't need
Memphis
to.
force is in football is strength of schedule. You know why? The NFL and go. This is not me. This is real statistics. You're gonna get the real statistics on Parlay with us. The teams that have this, the teams that have the records that they have, don't always carry over to the next season. So you can look at our schedule and say, oh, they're going based on what they did the year before. The NFL is one of the only leagues where a team can win 12 games and the next year win 4.
True.
Or a team can win 4 games and the next year win 12.
12.
That's just how the shit is. So when you sit there and ask me, I think if we had a functional quarterback, and I'm not going to get into Mac Jones, if we had a functional quarterback, we could have won double the games last year. In my opinion,
I agree, though.
Listen, May's gonna be
totally
he's gonna be the starting quarterback
with Coach Belichick. I totally agree.
I agree with you, though.
I agree with you on that one, though. Totally.
And I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Quarterback, we would have won.
I'm not going to say we're going to win it. And people forget,
could have probably won 3-4 more games.
Jacoby Brissett, whether Drake may beat him, whatever it may be.
I know we moved on to football, but that's what it is.
Jacoby Brissett has this. Yeah, I know they will. Jacoby Brissett has this offense down pat. So if our defense keeps us where we need to be, you sign back all the players, and you all know where the happy home is. When you take care of your inside, the interior of your the Patriots organization, taking care of the interior pieces, Baltimore, Stevenson, Duggar, you take care. That just builds a great locker room. As great as Bill was, and we love Bill.
Bill.
He had
time was up.
Bill, but he had a very toxic environment when he didn't take care of the people that were already there. And that's why that shows a great organization.
It goes back to it goes back to the communication. People underestimate the coaching, the relationship with the players, the players buying into the coach's philosophy. People underestimate that. Let me tell you, and Mayo is going to bring a new philosophy in there. Players are going to buy into that. That's what it comes down to. I'm telling you, you got to buy into your coach's philosophy. The mental, it's the mental. Players, think about all the players that got the physical talent and all that. That doesn't mean nothing if you don't buy into the coach's philosophy, because they're going to put you in a position to utilize your talent. You know, you have to buy into that. I'm telling you, man, that's huge. That's what I learned this year. That's what I learned with basketball. You know, and it applies for all sports. Look, not to get into it, but look what the Red Sox are doing, man. They sweeping teams that they shouldn't be sweeping. They beat the Yankees, the best team in the major league. They beat them
Philly
2 out of 3 series. It's the mental aspect.
No, you're right.
And the coaching.
You know, you have to buy into the program. You got to buy into it.
Belichick went away from his formula. You got to remember, because he always had an identity in what he was doing. Then he started getting crazy, putting Patricia in the wrong spot.
Belichick didn't adjust. That's the thing with Belichick. He didn't adjust. Look, this was the big problem with Belichick. He didn't adjust. He stayed stuck on his ways. You can't stay stuck in your ways. You got to adjust. Right. You got to go with that flow, and look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I have to go with this flow because I have to get the best out of this player. So for me to get the best out of this player, I have to cater to him in a way. I have to cater
the nigga want to paint his fingernails. Let the nigga paint his fingernails.
Exactly. You know what I mean? For an example, exactly. You gotta.
Bill catered to who he wanted to cater to.
Yeah, there you go.
But he was stubborn. He was stubborn.
He catered to McCourty because McCourty should have been gone 2 years, 3 years back.
Should have been.
McCourty should have been. Listen, McCourty should have been gone like 4 years ago. McCourty, but he should have been gone a long time ago, man.
He catered to his guys.
That's real. That's a good point.
And that was the problem.
It was the problem, Storm. I'm not saying it's not. But if you was a Bill guy, he catered to you.
He catered to you.
That was his problem.
How many times he bring Kurt Ferentz? What's his name? Ferentz, the offensive tackle, couldn't block a fucking.
Yeah, boy, how many times look what he brought back? My man from the Chargers, though. He brought him back.
Brought him back. Got rid of Shaq Mason. Yeah, Shaq Mason becomes an All-Pro in Houston. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, he got rid of Vrabel because Vrabel stood up to him. You don't remember that?
Got rid of Mankins.
Yo, it's amazing how Vrabel doesn't got
Mankins.
He doesn't have a job right now. Amazing how he doesn't have a job right now. Vrabel's unemployed right now, which is crazy.
I think that's on him. I think that's his choice, though. I think he's waiting for the right job.
He's waiting for the right program.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think he's waiting for the right job.
You know what's the right program?
He can't be away. He can't be away too long. He can't be away too long.
We talking NFL. We talking sports because we talking football because we're warming up. But you know what would be the perfect program for him?
Buffalo.
The Giants.
No.
Oh, Giants.
Yeah, the Giants would be good.
Giants would be a good program.
Yeah.
That'd be a good program.
Hey,
I say Jacksonville. If Peterson doesn't do nothing in Jacksonville, I think Jacksonville too. True. And in Jacksonville, but they made a big mistake giving this guy all that money.
I agree. I agree with that, Crook.
That was a bad mistake, man.
That was a bad move.
I wouldn't have invested in that guy.
Who they gave the money to?
Trevor Lawrence.
He got all the money?
Yes. He has a bag.
I gave that
dude
a
bag.
I gave that dude
huge mistake.
But you know what, Stacks? That was me and Stacks, man. We had so much.
I was
riding. Pause, but we was riding with this dude.
No, I like the two, but he regressed.
I like him.
He regressed.
He just doesn't.
But he didn't digress. Hold up. Y'all think he digressed based on not just the talent? Maybe this is coaching once again.
No, man.
No.
Football is different. When you
affected him.
Football is different.
Football
is different. When you play the quarterback position, listen, the thing with football is different. This is my shit right here. I know about this. The thing as a quarterback position, you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to learn from your bad plays, your bad season, and you have to progress. You have to progress and work on your weaknesses. And he obviously didn't work on his weaknesses because he's been making the same mistakes over and over. So my whole thing with him is it's not so much the coaching, it's so much of him watching film.
Ability to correct those things.
Yep.
Well, we gotta see, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
Or your quarterback coach.
I don't see it either.
Or your quarterback
I don't
coach.
see it. Yeah. I don't see it. I think he just doesn't make good decisions, man, in certain situations, man. It's just football is a game of watching film. Watch film. Learn your techniques. See what your weaknesses. See what you're doing wrong. Your check downs. When to run because he has the ability to run. He's one of those type of quarterbacks. He just didn't have that technique down.
He's not putting the time in the film room.
You see what I'm saying? So I
don't know if he is or not, but he looks like he is.
And we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see, but he didn't show it. He didn't show. Them losses last year was horrible, man. They lost. But it was the Cleveland.
Yeah.
Listen, look. Jacksonville better hope that he's gonna progress this offseason and he's gonna correct those situations.
But he better than Daniel Jones
when they beat the Chargers a couple of years ago.
Daniel Jones,
they based it on that.
Nigga said, I hope he's better than Daniel Jones. You said Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, the Giants already gave Daniel Jones the money.
I think they got an opt-out, though. I think they could get out of that.
He had a great
but they already lost money already.
They said he had a great year. He threw 17 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. That's crazy. I was fucking blown.
Yo, football's tricky, man. These guys have like one good game, one good season. It's like they ready to throw that bag.
Yo,
17 touchdowns.
I told Stacks to start Daniel Jones in his fantasy lineup. He hung up on me. I was just fucking with him. I said, yo, Stacks, Start Daniel Jones.
I can't wait for football to start. It's going to be very interesting.
I ain't fucking with no Daniel Jones, dog. That dude is horrible, dog. Now that Mac Jones is gone, Daniel Jones is the worst quarterback in the league. I'm telling you that.
Well,
They will close, Beans. They will close now.
No, Tannehill. What about
Tannehill?
But
Tannehill in the league right now, dude. Tannehill, we
Giants.
You know, I'm talking about motherfuckers that's on the. Tannehill ain't signed to a team right now.
Oh, damn. I gotta get on my football, man. I gotta get on it, man.
No, what you
get on? It's gonna be serious.
He's right.
Do my
that's why I'm laughing my ass off. Like
I thought Daniel
Jones and what's the dude's name again?
Where's Minshew at? Is he on another team?
You know, in the draft, they had the nerve to say
both Jones.
They had the nerve to defend the dude and say, "Well, if you put some weapons around him," I said, "Oh, wow, I can't believe this right here."
Yo, if you want Stacks to hang up on you, if you want Stacks to be mad at you, bring up Daniel Jones in the conversation. That nigga will hang up the phone so fast.
Yo, he cost me.
Look, shaking his head. He's like, I don't want no part of that fucking conversation.
That dude is bad, dog. He is bad. And they gave him some bread. How
they gave him some money
because he had a good game in the playoffs, man. You didn't see what he did? He did in the playoffs.
Yeah, he made $2 off one game.
Yo,
that's the NFL for you. Stacks. That's the NFL.
I think at the end of that season, he had like a couple good games, like 2-3 good games.
Not one game.
Yeah, man, that's the NFL for you, man.
He had a couple of good games.
They saw the potential.
Touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
He ran for like 600 yards or something, right?
Yeah, he ran for some good yardage, but the game, I think it was against Minnesota. I think he beat Minnesota.
Minnesota was beatable. Everybody knew Minnesota was going to lose in the first round.
Yeah, but he won. He had an impressive playoff win.
You're going against Kirk Cousins in the playoffs. Give me a break, dog. Everybody knows. Everybody, you can
listen, but as much as you,
but anybody's going to pick against Minnesota in the playoffs with Kirk Cousins. Am I right?
That's true.
Am I right? Kirk Cousins has not won a playoff game his whole career. That's bad.
But he got paid again, right? Then they gave him the bag again, right?
I can't wait.
All right, then that just goes to show you like how how it just goes to show you the slim pickings when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL, man. It's hard. It's hard to get a quarterback. The quarterback is like such a prominent position in NFL.
That's why this year was such a coveted thing.
Yeah, but they want to make these quarterbacks that guy. They feel like they got their guy. They feel like they don't want to miss out on that guy. They feel like once they got this quarterback have a good game, they feel like they can build off him.
Kirk Cousins is so much of Atlanta's guy. They picked a guy in the first round. Wow.
Exactly. That was a huge mistake.
I'm going to pick a quarterback in the first round.
He's frustrated right now. Kirk Cousins
that was a bad pick.
Yeah, because he knows Beans. My man going to take that job.
Go
to the window with that one. Go to the window with that one.
Go to the window with that. He's going to take that job.
Penix is going to take his job.
That's true.
Go to the window.
I don't think so. I think that's going to motivate.
I'm going like you said, Stoney. I'll go to the window.
It's going to motivate Cousins. Penix ain't playing till next year.
Cousins is chips, man. He's chips.
Yeah, but Penix ain't getting shit.
Receiver in the league, Stoney.
I know, but
is the best receiver in the league.
But listen, did you see the money that they gave Cousins?
No, you're right, but you know what? We understand that.
They
but
gave
to
him.
Tell you the truth,
they gave him too much money for him not to be the guy.
I don't want to be a race beta, but if Cousins was black, he wouldn't be in the fucking league right
now. Nah, man.
Cousins, that shit the Rock on. That shit the Rock on.
Let me tell you one thing.
Bro, man,
I understand what you're saying about Cousins.
He's Quincy Carter at best.
No. Listen, no. Let me tell you, Cousins is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
He's a good regular season quarterback.
It's just they don't.
He had JJ there, dog. He had JJ. Y'all don't understand how good he is.
Listen,
Justin Jefferson why did Justin Jefferson get a fucking bag this summer? Why did Justin Jefferson get a bag, fellas? Please tell me why he got a bag.
That's true.
You don't think he deserves it?
Hold on, Stoney. He's the number one paid receiver over Tyreek Hill, over all these guys.
Okay.
JJ is that
all right.
good.
So you don't. I think he deserves it. He's a great wide receiver.
Put someone. Randall Cunningham was getting ready to retire until he came after Randy Moss. Okay,
listen,
I'm just saying that though. Am I right though? Randall Cunningham was about to be out the league, and they drafted
I don't think that was a look. I
Justin
feel like
Jefferson broke all Randy Moss's records. Take that to the window.
Okay, so what are you saying? That he shouldn't have got the bag, or
who quarterback in Minnesota this year?
Oh, they got the rookie McCarthy.
They're
gonna go with JJ.
Who is he?
Listen, I believe I'm with Crooks with that. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Yes, Cousins is a good regular season quarterback. He's a good regular season quarterback. He has good tangibles. Tangibles. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. He's Mr. Glass again. He's Mr. Glass. And number two, the reason why they drafted Michael Penix, knowing that they paid Cousins all that money, the ankle might not hold up. The
Achilles. He had an Achilles surgery, and that raised eyebrows. They thinking about the future, but
they thinking about the future, and
it's not that type.
I don't know why they gave him the money though, and I don't want to cut you either, Stoney, to talk over you, but I don't know why they gave him the money, but he's one nice ankle twist tackle away from.
But he's not known for that though. Cousins not known for that. He's durable. He's a durable guy. He doesn't get injured. Think about it. He just had this freak accident. But he's not known for that. He's not known for being injured. The thing is,
games either. So
the thing is, the problem is in football. Look, in football,
he got hurt. He got hurt in Washington.
Nah, but he's durable. When has he been out that long? When has he been out? He's durable. The thing is, football is not the type of sport where you got guys and you're building. Nah, football is not that type of sport.
Okay, so say like he has to do a off of a spin move off of a whoever's coming at him. The defensive lineman's coming at him from the corner. He's doing spin move. Next thing you know, he's getting wrapped up by a ankle tackle, and that shit don't go right. It's over.
That's not relevant. It's not relevant if you're getting the ball out. He's one of those. He's like in the top 5 of releasing the ball the quickest. Like Brady. Brady doesn't scramble. Brady never scrambles. But why? The thing with Brady is he releases the ball really fast.
I'm talking about
if you release the ball really fast, it doesn't matter what the hell you do and scrambling and all that shit. You releasing the ball. Kirk Cousins is one of those guys that releases the ball really fast. That doesn't matter.
I'm glad you got confidence.
And if you know you have that, no, it ain't about that. My whole thing is that with football, you're not building for the longevity in terms of like you getting guys because you're trying to build. And football, you have to build for that year. You got to build for that year. So what it is with him is they got to build for him.
In any sport you're in, you're gonna build for the long.
No, but you're not gonna get a guy and you're gonna sit him. Think how many guys are you gonna draft or you're gonna get just so he can sit and he's gonna be your next guy in a couple of years.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, he sat. He did.
That's a quarterback, but it's like,
and Penix is the quarterback.
Yeah, but it's not built on
what
that.
The Patriots is doing with your guy that we just drafted.
Stoney, any team you built for longevity.
But it's not built. No, football's not built on that. It's not like
your goal, as and Dole agree, you want to have a 3 to 4 year run. You want to have if you can get 3 to 4 year run out of a team, you succeed it. If you win 1 year and then lose 5 more years, you're gonna lose a job. Somebody's getting fired. But if you have 4. Listen, if you win 4 years in a row, great records 4 years in a row, you might keep your job another 6 years. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just draft for 1 year or pick a team for 1 year. You can't do that. You gotta pick
for the future.
Listen, football is different.
No, they pick for the future though.
Football is different.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they do, but to a certain extent. I'm just saying, to a certain extent, they're not. It's rare that you.
Okay, so hold on. Based on you saying that, we just want to get this clear. Based on that observation, what you're saying they drafted Michael Penix based on this season,
and they just gave him some money too.
No,
just paid
the Michael. Look,
you don't think Michael Penix is the future of Atlanta?
It's not about that. The whole situation with the Atlanta. But let me break it down though. Let me break it down. First and foremost, that was a bad pick.
Draft him?
That was a bad pick.
I don't think
that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
My opinion and a lot of
that is your opinion.
I thought it was a bad pick. Not that I like.
It's a bad pick.
In my opinion.
Come on, Beans. Think about it. Hold on a second,
can't.
Beans. Think about it. When you're building a football team, you trying to tell me you're trying to draft for what? You just paid a quarterback a certain amount of money. Why are you gonna waste your draft?
I'm the GM. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm the GM. I just paid this quarterback $100 million.
A lot of money.
Let's say $60 million, $80 million.
A lot of money.
Right? A lot of money.
But
I end up in the draft. I ended up in a draft order with a class of quarterbacks that I could end up taking because he end up falling in my lap. You think I am not going to take that quarterback who could end up being a potential franchise quarterback?
That's the key word. How you
it
know?
Doesn't matter. They do that with running. They do that with every player.
How you know though?
Every player they do.
How do you know he's gonna pan out?
So you sold that Kirk Cousins is gonna change the Falcons?
I paid him to do that. I paid him that way because I feel like it's gonna happen. I paid him. Look, I paid Kirk Cousins because I'm dependent on him to be that guy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get him more weapons to assure my investment.
It's the bigger picture is the dysfunction in that organization.
No, that's a good
horrible pick.
No, listen, Stoney. Listen, I gave you the floor. Just listen. Somebody wanted Kurt and somebody wanted Penix. Either GM wanted Kurt or the coach wanted Penix. And somebody in that organization, I'm telling you, though, we talked about it. That Penix workout blew them out the water.
Yeah.
It blew them out the water. And like Bean said, when they seen him slide, they couldn't believe it.
They couldn't believe it.
They could not believe it.
Like
you
Stoney, I understand what you're saying.
If I'm the head coach, I'm gonna pick who the fuck I want.
Stoney, we all said this. Fuck the Drake Mays and everybody. We watched Michael Penix this year. If the dude didn't have problems with his health with the knees, he was going to possibly be number 1 or 2 coming out this year. What are you telling me, bro? The potential number 1 or 2 quarterback to me at 6, and I tossed him out? You crazy? For an old man whose ankle might not last 2 seasons? You're bugging. I don't give a fuck if I gave him $100 million.
But I think Stacks made a good point, man. I think it's too divisive in that organization. And why I agree with Crook though is because listen, man. However you feel about Penix, if you go back to our show, I didn't like the pick, and this is why. We just talked about it. We just liked about with the Celtics. You can't go into a season with that discourse in your locker room already, especially in football. I love basketball, I love baseball, but football is the one sport where you really have to have a motherfucker's back. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's guys on that line that might not. They did it with Mac Jones. You read the stories. There was guys that didn't play for Mac Jones, and that affected them. I'm not saying they're not going to play for Kurt, but what I'm saying is Kurt already made shit about it. He goes in there. Now they have to have a meeting between him and Penix before the season
there you
starts.
Go. Thank you, Sean. You're about to make my point.
No, and then because I agree with you. That day of the draft, I said, "What are they doing?" That doesn't mean I don't like Penix. I hope he becomes an All-Pro, wins the Super Bowl Hall of Fame. I just think that's. And I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan, but you can't draft him in that position.
You can't.
Who the fuck is Kirk Cousins?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, but look, you guys are missing. I know, but you guys are missing. You guys are missing the point.
They gave him the money.
They gave him the money, like he. So look, if you're gonna pay him, you're gonna give Kirk Cousins that money. You're the guy.
You gotta put more weapons around him. Get a line. That line's
how you gonna draft another quarterback, right? If your whole investment, because I mean, look, the money they gave him, that's an investment. They invested all that money in him. How are you gonna draft another quarterback and you already gonna disrupt your main investment? He's already disrupted. He's already thinking, why? What's going on? So you need to have that mental.
Okay, aspect. I understand what you're saying. So what if they're not deep?
They didn't buy in. You got it. Go ahead.
What if they're not deep at quarterback? What if they didn't have the number 2? What if they didn't got nobody after Cousins?
So why are we worrying about that now? If you got an investment in the
quarterback, why are we worrying about that?
Football is not that type of sport. You don't worry about
Crook. I'm saying
you gotta build around.
I understand, but you gotta think for what about the emergency break the glass for plan B?
So who thinks about that emergency shit? Like why
the GM about that? The GM.
Okay, so why am I gonna give you all this money if I'm worrying about that? Tell me that. Why am I
Maybe it was ownership who wanted to give Kurt the money.
Nah, that makes no sense, man. That makes no sense.
If you go by the average salary of a starting NFL quarterback, if I'm an owner, I could eat that contract. It's only $180.
Nah, that makes no sense, though. It makes no sense. Football is not that sport.
Have you seen what I'm saying out though? Now I just looked at his contract. Now you can eat that. You can eat that.
Nah, but we're not doing that though. Why are we gonna do that? So why in the first place we're gonna do that? If you know you can get.
I understand.
Think about it,
Tony. If this happened, okay, let's say they put together a good Atlanta team. Cousins starts. They don't got Penix. Okay. They got whoever. Cousins get hurt again. Season ending this time.
Bro, all you gotta do.
What is gonna happen now?
You're relying on a rookie to like put a band-aid on that.
Being said,
when you know in football, I don't give a fuck who your second. Hold on, I don't care who your second string quarterback is in football. When your main quarterback goes down, it's extremely difficult for you to win. It's extremely. I don't care who you have as a second string quarterback. Second string quarterback should not be your priority.
Listen to me.
Period.
Green Bay did the same shit to Aaron Rodgers.
There you go.
Same thing. It was the same thing.
What they do?
Shit. They drafted
Love.
Traded up to get him.
But they didn't pay Favre. They didn't pay him off for free agency though.
Aaron Rodgers already had money.
Was in his prime. Aaron Rodgers was
prime.
But they didn't sign Favre when they drafted. No, but they didn't sign. It's not like they signed Favre off the free agency and then they drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Not Favre. We thought about Favre. We got nothing to do with Favre.
Yeah, but Favre was there when Rodgers got drafted.
No, we're not talking about
Favre. It got nothing to do with Brett Favre. Jordan Love and Aaron
Rodgers.
Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but they didn't sign him. They didn't sign him. That's what I'm saying. He
was a franchise quarterback in his prime.
They gave Aaron Rodgers money the next year.
He was already signed. He was on his back end. He was on the back end already. That's a bad comparison. He was on the back end.
That's not a bad comparison, though.
Why you think Aaron Rodgers made so much beef about that pick?
Exactly.
Listen, when they drafted Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers already lost 2 playoff games. He was already under contract.
But he was winning playoff games. Remember, he almost went. If he didn't, they would have went to the Super Bowl if he didn't play Tom Brady, Stoney. You know what I'm saying?
So you trying to tell me that you give Kirk Cousins all that money and you feel like, oh, we need to draft this guy? You trying to tell me that as a GM?
That's what we saying. We ain't saying that. Green Bay did the same thing.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Green Bay did the same thing.
Explain to me how they did the same thing. Explain to me how they did the same thing.
No, real quick, Crook. I know what you mean because
They didn't do the same thing because they
what
didn't
happened
sign Aaron Rodgers and then
He
they
was already
drafted a
there. That's the
quarterback.
difference.
Yes, but they
But he
gave
was
him.
a franchise
Hold on,
guy.
bro. In his mind, he was pissed. Listen to me. I remember the whole scenario.
He
was. Hold on, Stoney.
Go ahead.
He was pissed because they drafted Jordan Love, and to ease his mind, they gave him a new contract. To ease his mind, they gave him more money up front. Go look it up. Google it all you want.
But
they
that's
gave him
different.
more money, bro. They gave
That's different.
Listen, no, it's not. That coach.
Tell me how it's the same.
Listen, that coach wanted Jordan Love. He wanted. Aaron Rodgers was still in his prime. Aaron Rodgers,
but he was losing. He was losing.
But he was winning. Stoney, he was going to perennial playoffs, though. He was in the playoffs all the time, winning 1 or 2 games.
Listen,
better quarterback than Kirk Cousins.
By far, not even close. Not even close. Not even close.
Listen, they gave Love the money. They gave Love the bag, and then they drafted a quarterback. That's not the same as Aaron Rodgers being there already. He's been there already. They drafted Love, and then they gave him money. It's totally different.
I think it's worse because I'm winning playoff games.
My point is that they made a bad pick.
I'm going to NFC.
That's my point. They made a bad pick.
If you look at that, Aaron Rodgers went to about 3, maybe 2 consecutive.
You know we love predictions. You know we love predictions here, but we'll see if you we'll mark it. Stoney think
it's a bad pick. It's just a bad pick. But
we'll see what happens.
That high of a pick, you gotta get a weapon around Cousins. He said it. You gotta get a weapon. You gotta do something. You gotta invest in you invest in Cousins. You have to build around him. If you make that investment, how are you gonna draft another quarterback? So tell me something. What is he gonna do? That draft pick. What is he gonna do when Cousins is getting busy? He's getting busy. What is he going to do? He's going to sit on the bench.
Same thing Jordan Love did.
You can't play 2 quarterbacks at the same time, right?
Jordan Love sat on the bench.
Look at him now. Same thing Jordan Love did. Same
Love
thing
was on the bench. But Aaron Rodgers was getting busy.
Same thing.
Aaron Rodgers was getting busy.
Aaron Rodgers went through the same thing with Brett Favre.
Same thing.
I know, but Aaron Rodgers was getting busy. He was getting busy. That's my whole point. And they already had weapons, and he was getting busy. The thing is, with this situation in Atlanta, they're not getting busy. You got Cousins. If Cousins is getting busy, what the hell is this Penix gonna do? He's gonna have to watch.
Right now, I don't care what you.
We're not worrying about the future. We need now.
JJ helped that dude, Pat. He should give JJ half of that bag. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jordan Jefferson helped Kirk Cousins get that bag. And Google the numbers. You seen that catch against Buffalo, bro? Even
he got busy, but
Kirk Cousins would always say, "I just throw it close."
Kirk Cousins is gonna get busy in Atlanta. He's gonna get busy in Atlanta, and you know what they're gonna keep saying? Damn, man, if they would have drafted another weapon for this guy would have been. Yo, he's gonna get busy out there. He's gonna get busy. He's gonna get busy in Atlanta.
He's getting busy in that fucking horrible conference. So you tell me.
Yeah, we're gonna see. What happened to Jacksonville? Why are they getting busy in that bullshit ass?
7 wins in the last 3 years in that conference has gotten you a first-round playoff game. 7 years.
Yeah, but it's
7
NFL.
wins though in the last 3 years have gotten you a first-round playoff game in that conference. Think about that. Look, Carolina was still in the goddamn mix up to the goddamn almost the last game.
They got a great running back. They got a great running back in Bijan Robinson.
Drake London.
They drafted. I feel like with that pick, they should have gotten like a defensive stud.
I said that.
They should have gotten a stud on defense instead of drafting Penix. They should have gotten a stud on defense with that pick. That's what they should have did. They horrible over there. That GM don't know what the hell he's doing.
I think
you should have gotten that defensive stud on that. That's what you should have did on that pick. You got a great young core and they got a great young receiving core that they drafted in years past. They got a great running back. Like, come on, man. That was a bad pick, man. That was a bad pick on Atlanta.
It looks like a bad pick right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Because when we're gonna say about Penix, we're gonna say, man, how good he looks on that bench, right? That's what we're gonna be talking. I like his outfits and shit.
To tell you the truth, though, I wasn't expecting Penix to, even if he got drafted, I wasn't expecting him to play this year.
Outfits.
No, we appreciate about Kirk Cut. Damn, same old Kirk.
Same old Kirk.
Go to
Kirk got busy. If Kirk didn't get hurt last year, they would have did some thing. Kirk got hurt.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins lost to fucking Daniel Jones. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Daniel Jones.
But when you make it to the playoffs in football, that's huge because it's difficult. Football is difficult.
You cannot lose to Daniel Jones in the first round. You can't. You just can't. You can't
lose to Daniel Jones. That's like losing to Mac Jones.
You can't lose to Daniel Jones in the first round. If Kurt's as great as you say he is, you cannot lose.
I think Kirk, he's a great quarterback. He just didn't get surrounded.
Kirk Cousins is a great, not good.
I think
not good.
I think he's a great quarterback. I think Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback. I think he is, and you know,
Stoney,
I just think
great. So you put him on the list with all the other great quarterbacks as Patrick Mahomes. That's a great quarterback.
No, I put him on the list of quarterbacks that just didn't get surrounded with the right people. So you know, his defense failed him. His defense failed him. His defense failed him, and a lot of his.
Hold on, Stoney. Is he better than Joe Burrow?
I'm not gonna go that far, but if the kicker makes the fucking field goal,
you pause for a second. You pause for a second.
Is he better than
No, because Joe Burrow's young. Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl.
Is better than Joe Burrow. He was
but Joe Burrow made it to the Super. Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but
okay, is he better than my man? Is he better than my man from San Francisco?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like Purdy.
All day. What is he doing? What did the guy in San Francisco doing?
He won a playoff game. He won a playoff game. He won a playoff game. He won a playoff game.
Listen, if the Minnesota kicker makes that field goal in the cold, they would have been in the Super Bowl in Minnesota.
It's a lot of butts.
Yeah, but that's football for you. If a quarterback puts you in a position, it's not. They can't play every position. That's the thing with football. Every position could do what they could do.
What's that old saying down south? What's that saying down south? If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Yeah, but you know, football is the sport for it.
I love this.
If Mahomes would have got,
that's so funny.
But if Mahomes would have gotten the coin toss, but they had beat us.
If Asante Samuels catch that ball, we got one more Super Bowl.
Hey, well, football is a sport for it.
If Richard Seymour sacked my man, we got another Super Bowl.
No, he was in the ground.
If this dude catches a fucking interception, we would have the perfect season. That's football.
If Ellis Hars wasn't guarding, how you got Ellis Hars on Plaxico Burress? That was a funny.
That's the whole point with football. You can't. Every position has to represent.
And everybody knew he was going to be on.
If Rodney Harrison would have called the switch, he wouldn't have been there.
There's a lot of shit. That's
what
football
Rodney
for
said,
you.
right? Rodney said it's his fault. Kirk Cousins has not won a playoff. So he wins a playoff game. He's not a great quarterback, Stoney. I'm sorry. He's not.
I think he's a great quarterback.
He's a Kirk Cousins.
He's a good quarterback, man. You can't say he's great.
Nah, he's not great.
I would go.
Not great.
I mean, look.
Great. Come on, Stoney. Great.
Yeah, he's not.
Look,
great.
the reason why I say that he's a great quarterback because I seen him get busy when everybody is on that same level. The wide receivers catching, the defense playing good. I feel like I could go as far as saying he's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
But how when he hasn't won a playoff game?
You gotta win a playoff game to be considered.
Yeah, but he can't.
Stoney.
Okay, but you gotta understand, football is the only sport he can't play every position, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
but he still gotta win.
Think about it.
Been in the league 10 to 12 years now.
Okay, I mean
he's not great.
All right. So let me ask you a question. What do you got to say about Jim Kelly that made it to Super Bowl 4 years and they lost? So what do you got to say about him?
He's a good quarterback.
And he won multiple playoff games.
I know,
made
but they never won a Super Bowl.
But he made it. He made it. He made it. He won playoff games. Jim Kelly won playoff games to get there.
Look, I'm a Kirk Cousins fan because I know the type of I watched this guy play.
Plus, you won money.
I know the type of quarterback.
Let's be real. You won you a couple of dollars.
Well, he did in Washington. No, it ain't about that. I've seen him.
Nah, but
when he was in Washington.
He won you some money though?
When he was in Washington, no, it ain't about the money. But he did in
Washington.
Washington.
Have you won a bet with him as your quarterback? Have you?
Yeah, I won some shit. Okay. Yeah, but I don't base it on that. I think
he's
a great quarterback.
You just told me I've never heard
because we are asking the question: why does he keep getting paid?
But we're just telling you.
Why does he keep? But why does he keep getting paid? Tell me, why does he keep getting paid?
Quarterbacks in the NFL.
That's it.
You just said the magic word is the pot is low.
Wow. Really?
The pot, the pot is slow.
So they're that desperate that they got to pay a
yes,
I agree.
Yes.
I don't think so.
We're done to miss
I don't think so. None of these owners got guns to their head like, yo, we got to get this guy because I don't think so.
Where Minshew at?
Minshew went to the Raiders.
Look at that.
How much he get?
He ain't get Kirk Cousins.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm taking Atlanta on some shit. I'm a place a future bet on Atlanta, and we're gonna monitor that shit, and then we're gonna talk about it.
That conference is bad. It's
and that's why I'm taking Atlanta to win that conference.
I ain't gonna say Atlanta won't win that conference. They might.
They got a stud running back.
Me and Doe can go get
fucked up. They should have took a stud defensive player with that pick instead of getting
that conference is bad. Last couple years, like I said, me, Doe, Beans, and I can even throw you in there, Stoney, and we might go out there and compete for that conference if we
He's gonna get busy. We're gonna be talking about like, oh damn, Stoney, you was right, man.
I've never heard. I just never heard great and Kirk Cousins in the same sentence.
I think he's great. I think he's a great quarterback.
You gotta win. No quarterback for me in my category is great until you win.
So what is Mahomes? If Mahomes is Kirk
Mahomes
Cousins,
one of the greatest.
Excellent. He's excellent. He's an excellent.
Oh, hold on.
Good, great, and excellent.
Ooh.
There you go. He's good. I ain't giving him great.
I think Kirk Cousins is great. I think he's great, and he's gonna show it.
Why
he's
though?
Gonna show it.
Great though.
He made great passes.
Justin
he made
Jefferson.
good decisions, and his defense just fails him. I mean, these guys came up short, field goal short of making it to the Super Bowl.
That's
defense short of making it to the. I mean, he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do, and then he loses. I mean, he loses Stephon Diggs.
I still don't think Kirk Cousins.
He loses Stephon Diggs, and he's still doing his thing, man. Even with Washington, he turned that franchise around. They fucked up not keeping him. They should have kept him. Kirk Cousins is good. He's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
As soon as he left Stephon, JJ came, so that washes his hands. So they could have been teammates. So as soon as Stephon got left, then JJ came. So that was
They should have figured it out.
We will see what we get out of Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. I just think this is just me, and I might look like a fool. I might be the fool. I think the pick was a cerebral pick.
I think it was a bad pick.
I think it could have been a bad pick, but I just
it could have been. It could have been.
And the thing is with football, you don't want to make picks where you got to wait a year or two to see it.
I just said it.
You don't need it when you don't need it to do that.
I just said it to you. I think it was a cerebral pick. I think it was something to do.
Though somebody liked it, that dude high.
Yes.
Yeah, the GM. If you see,
the
GM that made the pick, you'll see why he made that pick.
The GM couldn't have gave Kirk Cousins that money and then drafted Penix. Something in that there's something going on in that organization that we don't know about. There's no way that GM There's no way that GM paid Cousins.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I would have gotten a linebacker. I would have gotten an edge rusher.
But either way, I didn't like it. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said,
I would have gotten a defensive stud with that
Kirk Cousins like he's somebody because he's not to me. But I still would. Once you got him, you invested in him. You got to invest in him.
That defense,
yeah, man. You got that defense need work.
That defense was all right last year. That defense was all right. That defense was not that bad.
But you got to add to it. You got to add to that. They need a linebacker. They need a
if you go pay a quarterback that much money, you got to go offense. Like those.
You got to go offense.
Man,
you
go offense or go defense, but don't fucking draft another quarterback.
No, right. No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with you on that.
My whole point is don't draft a fucking quarterback.
I didn't like the pick when it happened. I told y'all
that high of a pick. God damn, I could see if it was the second round or some shit. But first rounder,
you drafted another person that gets hurt. That's it.
But he's first round talent.
Yes.
You can't draft
everybody get
hurt.
Come on, man. He lost the national. He didn't win. It's not like he won the national championship. Like the dude lost. Like, you know, like come on.
Oh, come on.
He got. I know, but it's like, what's that? What do you? Why are you drafting him that high? I think you're kind
of like something.
Yeah, it's just a.
Hold on. Let me say something.
Bad pick, man.
You had your say. Let me end this. I think you got something against my man Michael Penix. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Michael Penix could have been. No. Time out. Hold on. You know that, and everybody know that nationally. Michael Penix would have been the better quarterback if certain situations. He would have went one. If that kid, they had that kid, the kid with the nails, they love him. So he was already pegged in. All right. He was already penciled in. They love the kid with the nails. All right.
The kid with the nails.
So, but talent-wise, bro, arm-wise, and fucking smarts, and knowing to get rid of the ball, and get rid of the ball with good, like you talk about getting it out of your hands. Penix was one of the best, dude.
He was
the best. The reason why he lost, because Jim Harbaugh coached a perfect game, dog.
He sure did.
Right. So what does that tell you about the NFL?
Please hold on. Do not downplay the kid's skills, because I think that's what you're trying to do. He's the better quarterback. Trust me when I'm telling you.
He could.
He's better than Drake May. He's better than Drake May, dude. And we have him. So don't trip. I think you're downplaying the kid.
Why didn't we take him before Drake May?
It was the injuries.
No.
It was injuries, bro.
Could I go?
So why didn't we draft him?
We can't.
It was injuries. They didn't take him, bro.
You can't.
Okay, so what are we saying here? What are we
not because the potential. You can't say that.
Like, what are we talking about here?
The quarterbacks in drafted situations. Nah, we can't.
I'm not downplaying them. I'm just saying Atlanta made a bad pick. They don't need to be drafting a guy like that. He was
all right. He lost.
I'm not downplaying. I'm not going to say
that's what I'm saying.
He beat up on your boy Bo Nix. You love Bo Nix. He sent him home.
Sure did twice.
I'm not talking about Bo Nix. I'm talking about
you love Bo Nix talent. That's another great quarterback.
Bo in Denver, right?
That's a whole different situation, man.
You liked it that. Oh, you liked it that dude.
Bo Bronco.
The Chargers needed a quarterback. Period. But my whole point is Atlanta had no business drafting Penix. That's my point. I don't care what Bo Nix is doing.
I'm telling
you, they had no business drafting a quarterback that.
Not going to help him right now. Hurt, but you got two hurt quarterbacks.
He's just going to be on the bench.
I'm going to go this
Two hurt quarterbacks.
They made a mistake giving Cousins all that money, and they made a mistake drafting Penix. Can we?
How do you know that? We haven't played the season
exactly.
yet.
I'm just like we don't know about Penix. I'm saying we don't know about Cousins.
Right. So we're predicting.
Let me tell you what happens. Though you agree, because we all play sports. They gave Cousins the money. They panicked because they needed a quarterback. They went to that fucking workout and see Penix was like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm telling you right now.
Which is bad on their part.
That's what happened.
Which is bad on their part.
Stony, that's all I'm trying to say. Exactly what. Yo, I'm glad Hustle. I'm glad Stack said it. I'm glad Stack. You read my mind. You said it the way I was supposed to say it.
Look, we're gonna see because
all this is documented. He showed up. They went to that,
and
they saw that, and it was like, hold up.
That still don't make the pick right.
I mean,
though.
look, we'll see.
It don't though. It don't. But I'm telling you,
you're right though, Stacks. That's what happened. No, they said that.
Exactly what happened. I'm telling you,
exactly what happened.
No,
I mean, we'll see.
Okay,
I mean, it's a bad move on the
sneakerheads. How many times we walk out the store with sneakers like, damn, I should have got them other.
No, you're right.
Exactly.
Mad times, but we got receipts though.
Who's the dude that went to BC?
We can return shit.
Who's the linebacker?
I don't mean they got that size and color in your size, though.
Yeah, but we got receipts. We could return shit. You know what I mean? This shit, they sign shit. You know what I mean?
They could cut them.
You ain't returning shit.
I'm telling you what happened, Stoney. You can say what you want. They made a mistake giving Kirk Cousins that bag. They went to that workout with Penix and was like, "Oh my god." You know, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna tell you, Gerard. They had a workout with him. They liked him too, but the only reason why, health, my brother.
That's a big deal. That's a fucking big deal.
It is.
He's saying it like it's fucking like some.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's like what? That's the reason why they love him.
Okay, so why would Atlanta?
You can't
waste
replace
a draft pick on a guy that got health issues.
I'm sorry.
Why would they do that? That's my whole point. Why would you waste a draft pick on a guy?
I just told you when they went to the workout, they had questions about the injuries. When they seen how athletic and he was off the charts on all his tests, injuries went out the window. And you have, listen, Stoney, and you have a GM and an owner that wants to roll the dice.
Yep.
You picked them. Now, and like Doe said, that don't make it the right pick.
I'm not.
You know what that's telling me? I should be a GM. No. I should be a GM.
I'm not saying it was the right pick, Stoney. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you what
I think they looked at the talent. They looked at talent. They looked at talent.
Yeah, but talent ain't doing shit if it's on the bench. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. They can't afford that shit. We can't. The football is different. Football is not baseball and football where you could just fuck around like that. Football is now. You build a team to win now.
Don't be surprised in training camp if you got a quarterback controversy. That's all I'm saying.
And that's why it's the wrong pick.
It's not going to be a controversy.
You're right.
And that's why it's the wrong pick.
It's not going to be a controversy. Cousins don't have that track record. He does not have that track record.
Though we know it, you don't draft quarterback that high if you don't want to play him.
It's true, bro. That's why I didn't like the pick from the jump. I don't like the pick for different reasons of Crook, but I still don't like the pick.
Yo, Stoney, 6, my brother.
6 what? Six surgeries?
No, six pick in the draft.
No, but he had 6 surgeries too, right? Panic.
No, I think it was 3.
It was 3. What? No, 6. Come on, y'all ain't really putting it together. The dude was supposed to slide.
You know that was funny, Beans. You gotta laugh at that.
Yeah, but Harbaugh exposed him, man. He got exposed, man. He got exposed.
He exposed him, man. He was slinging a rock in that game. Go watch it again. Go watch it again. He was slinging the fuck out that rock. Go watch it again.
He didn't have a bad game.
He didn't have a bad game. Go watch it again.
He didn't have a great game.
Great game.
He got exposed, man.
He didn't have a
Jason Tatum game.
Yeah.
He had a Jason Tatum game.
Well said, though.
Well said. It was Jason Tatum. That was a Jason Tatum game. He just didn't have a Jalen. He didn't have a Jalen Brown
to bail him out.
He didn't have Jalen
Brown. My point is he was better off getting drafted by another team, not Minnesota.
You could be right.
Not Atlanta. I'm sorry, Atlanta.
I'm with you on that.
That's my point.
I'm saying Atlanta saw him. Atlanta seen him there at 6, and they said, "Oh,
that high." Come on,
they
man.
was like, "Wow,
get a
still
stud,
there at
man,
6."
on defense.
Remember, it was a heavy quarterbacks draft, right? So Atlanta saw him there at 6, and they eyes lit up, man.
I know, but tell me something, right?
I agree.
Your eyes light up, right? But you have the investment getting busy. Kirk Cousins getting busy year 1, year 2. What is that?
Busy.
Okay, but let me tell you, he's getting
busy
off
the injury. He ain't even start yet.
I'm just saying, you paying him like he's gonna get busy this year and next year. What is Penix gonna do for you? Tell me.
Stony. This
hold
would
the
be
clipboard. He's gonna hold the clipboard. He's gonna
Yep.
be looking like fucking.
It wouldn't be
What he's doing?
It wouldn't be a first time in NFL history that a guy that was projected to start in the beginning of the year and he doesn't. It wouldn't be the first time this didn't happen.
Okay, so what is he doing for you? That's my whole point. That's my whole point. If Kirk Cousins, you paying him to get busy this year and then next year.
How many?
So
guys,
you got 2 years with a guy that you drafted on the
times,
bench.
How many times?
What is he doing for you?
How many times in the NFL has somebody paid somebody to get busy and they don't?
They don't.
Okay. But you know the whole thing about that is, Stacks, we don't know. What if though? What if
they paid Daniel Jones to get busy, B?
Right, because they saw him doing shit.
Now they get ready to pay. They paid Dak Prescott to get busy. Who better? who better Dak or Kirk? That's a good one right there.
Dak been doing shit.
That's a good one right there.
These guys have been doing shit. You can see what they're doing. This guy. Penix hasn't played in the NFL. These are guys that played. Dak played. Everybody played.
Dak or Kirk, because their numbers are similar.
I know. At least I got to see how they play in the NFL.
Neither one of them.
At least I get to see how they played.
Dak's great.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know what you just.
Dak's great. He's great.
It's the unknown, man. These guys are paying for the unknown. That's my whole point, man. You can't pay for the unknown.
That's what I'm asking. That's great.
That's not great. No.
Neither one of them niggas are great. Great.
Okay, hold on, Stoney. This is what we're trying to prove. Is Dak better than Kirk?
Yes.
So how's Kirk great and Dak's not?
We didn't talk about Dak. I would have said Dak.
We just said all three of us just said Dak's not great.
I think Dak's great.
No,
he's not. Hold on.
I think he's great.
Tony, brother, with those two things you just said about them two being great, and you say you want to GM a team,
I think he's great.
Your ass to get getting sued.
Nah, man, it's just like
out of here.
You know what it is with football is my shit. This is what I do.
This is what I do. Quarterbacks.
No. This is what I do.
Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll out here.
So let me tell you something, right? No, let me tell you something. Think about all these quarterbacks that won Super Bowls that was horrible from the I can't even remember their names. But it's Nick Foles, Tampa Bay that year they won. Think about it.
Jeff was all right though. Jeff was good. Jeff was good though.
Jeff was good.
He wasn't great.
Yeah, but when you see, look, my whole thing is when
he
you
played great a couple games.
Matt Hasselbeck.
Right. So
when you Trent Dilfer, these bunch of bums.
Trent Dilfer, there you go. Trent Dilfer.
That was defense that year for them. That was ridiculous.
No, the
me and you could have quarterback that team and handed that shit to
Brad Johnson, Super Bowl champion.
He said Sammy Barr. Let's go, nigga.
So my thing is, right, I see these quarterbacks.
Brad Johnson.
I see these quarterbacks perform at a high level.
You said that because Brad Johnson.
That's how I determine that.
Brad Johnson. Hold on. Brad Johnson. Don't forget, Brad played for Minnesota. His numbers are better than Kirk's when he played at Minnesota. Think about that.
I'm not saying he's great though.
Think about that.
I'm not saying
he's great. He was a bum though. You said he was a bum.
No. I'm not saying he's a bum. My whole point is that what are you guys? What is your definitions of a great quarterback? That's what I'm saying.
Someone who wins.
Someone who wins a Super Bowl.
Someone who wins.
Pat Mahomes.
So Dan Marino's not great. How about Dan Marino? He never won a Super Bowl.
He went a lot of playoff games.
He went.
Playoffs. Yeah, but he never won it all.
A lot of playoff games.
He never won it all.
Won a lot of playoff games. The numbers.
All right then. Then. So what are we measuring?
I'm measuring wins. Your boy didn't win nothing.
Never had a receiver like Justin.
You gotta win one playoff game.
You gotta get into a playoff, man.
At least one.
One.
Just give me one.
Marino been to one Super Bowl and he never went back.
He won a lot of playoffs.
Yeah, but he's won more playoff games than Kirk, right?
All right. We're gonna give the playoffs. All right, the playoffs.
But it is.
All right.
Hey, Stoney, you can ask.
It's like you guys.
Hold on, Stoney. Beans, you can ask Gerard. Though you can ask Pat. We can ask any professional athlete that we know. Mm-hmm. You make your bag by winning playoff games. That's where
right.
Make your money.
You play the game to win.
Right. You guys are making my point. You guys are making my point.
You can ask any pro athlete. You make your money when you win those playoff games.
Those come up short.
You can solidify your whatever you want to say. If you win playoff games
and you come up short, even though that the playoffs is like 1 or 2 games, because you got
it could be
you got the wild card and divisional, and that's it. It's like you acting like it's
you got the conference. Then the conference game.
You got to win some playoff games, though.
Yeah, but a lot of these great quarterbacks didn't even make it to the conference.
But they won
championship games.
All those quarterbacks you name, Marino.
My whole when I say a quarterback is great, I'm looking at
numbers?
At their performance. Yeah, their numbers, their performance. It ain't just the playoffs, it's the regular season, how they perform in the regular season, because that's just the type of sport we're in. Just like baseball. There's a lot of great players that not even sniff the fucking playoffs, but they got good batting average. They got good batting average.
Name me one.
They got good home runs.
Name me one.
Stolen bases.
Name me one great baseball player that never.
Tony Gwynn.
Name me
what did he do? Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn went to 1 World Series.
But he went.
He won and he got swept, and that's it.
But he went. He went.
But
that's the difference of not going.
For 20 years.
Going and not going is the difference.
20 years.
But going and not going is the difference. Going and not going.
You guys are sounding silly.
No, but if you don't go, come on, Stoney, that okay. You would say
20 years.
Okay, I'm gonna just put in an analogy as a boxer. If a boxer never won a fight, but he never won a belt,
a title fight,
but he was good. He was good regularly, like whatever. He won some fights, but he never won a title fight. Would you consider him great, or just a good boxer?
Well, it depends on his record. That's a bad analogy right there. You can't.
It's not a bad. I'm just saying
that was a bad analogy right there.
No, it's not. I'm just saying if he didn't win in boxing,
it's not part of the 4 major sports.
Nah,
why are you bringing boxing?
We're talking about winning and losing, bro.
Yeah,
you can't say someone's great if they haven't won.
Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Is he great?
So Mike Trout is great.
Who?
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout?
He's always hurt. He's always
hurt. He's a great player. Yeah, he's a great player. He's a great player. His numbers says it. He's a great player. I mean, this guy was getting busy. He's just been getting hurt the last couple of years. But Mike Trout's he's a great player. Yeah, I'll consider him great. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, we agree to disagree. I'm just
disagree. I look at shit different. You know, it's just what it is with me.
Yeah,
look at Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller's great to me.
Than wins. Yes. I think I look at winning the shit.
No, because you guys acting like winning championship is like a walk in the park, man. You know what I mean? It's not a walk in the park. But
it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate.
No, but am I gonna discredit a player because he didn't make it to the fucking championship and win it? Him being great.
We're not saying discredit, Stoney.
It's not his fault that he's on a bad team that can't win it all.
We're not discrediting. We're saying
you can't do that.
We're saying what I'm saying. My definition, great's up here for me, and for me, your definition of great is at the fucking curb. Because
a great player doesn't have to be a champion. That's my point.
No, great player does have to be a champ.
To be a champ.
No, I don't think so. You trying to tell me
Brady wasn't? So Brady wasn't a 6-time.
Barkley.
Who?
Karl Malone and Charles Barkley is not great players, Hall of Famers. They never won a championship. You trying to tell me they wasn't great players?
They're not.
What are you saying?
That's not Kirk Cousins. You can't put Kirk Cousins in.
No, we're not talking about
Kirk Cousins in the definition of Charles.
No, man.
Come on, man.
He said something about my boxing analogy, but he's bringing up.
No, because it's not part of the 4 major sports. Boxing's not a 4 major sport. Why are you gonna
I'll rephrase that. No, you don't because you didn't win a championship. No,
you just said it.
Okay, hold on. I'm rephrasing. I got it.
I'm gonna do the eye test.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just because you lose, like we were just getting ready to slander JT for not winning the championship. We were just getting ready to jump all over him. We were just getting ready to do that, was we not? We was going. Listen, if JT didn't win that championship this year, he would have went down on my list. He would have went down on my list. All right. And the same reason JT won a bunch of championships. I mean, not a bunch of championships, but a bunch of playoff games. But he had to win that championship to be great. But I'm saying is you don't have to be. Yes, you could be great, but you got to win some playoff games, Tony. Some. Now, I ain't saying go to the Super Bowl and win it, but you got. If you're great, you're gonna uplift your team and get them over that hump. And that I don't mean championship. Get them to it at least. At least get them there. And he's been in the league for 12 years, not won one playoff game. That's not good.
Who?
He won one in 2019.
He did win a He did win a playoff.
He won one against New Orleans.
Okay, so you won one playoff game in 12 years.
Right.
Woo.
All right.
He's good.
Come on, Stone. You even laughed at that.
But he's still playing. He's still playing. You act like he's fucking retired.
No,
who's to say what he's gonna do this year with Atlanta?
What I'm saying is great. My definition of great is different than yours. That's what I'm saying.
I know. I think he's a great quarterback. My definition of a quarterback is when they go to a team and make a big difference. He turned that Washington Redskins team around. I don't know what the Redskins were thinking
before him, man. RG3 got hurt, bro.
Okay, but
remember,
all right,
RG,
he didn't do shit.
Listen,
he got hurt, and then what happened?
Hold on, Stoney. If RG3 don't have that leg injury, we ain't talking about Kirk.
Exactly. We will never know.
Yeah, we will know because RG3 was killing when he first
killing him. But what happened to him?
He tore his damn leg off the bone.
And that his career.
And you know why? You saying career? Let me say no. Let me say that. Listen, let me say that. That coach, who was the coach? Who was the coach? The coach ruined the rest of his career because you know why? He sacrificed the kid's health.
He did.
So you talking about?
I mean, look, that's another story to talk about some other time. We're not even talking about RG3.
It'll be the first time that a player's had an injury that this Penny Hardaway, Derrick Rose,
right? But we don't know. We don't know what Kirk Cousins is gonna do. This is his first year. We can't really say what he's gonna do. What if he gets busy this year? Then what? What are we gonna say? Like Tatum said, what are we gonna say now?
No, we
don't know that.
We're gonna say he get Atlanta to the playoffs, got his ass smacked in the first. That's what we're gonna say.
All right, then, and then so be it. But he's a great quarterback because it's not like quarterbacks could get busy like that in the NFL. It's very rare. That's why there's only 6-8 teams that make it to the playoffs. You know what I mean? And it's a tough sport. NFL is a tough sport. It's not like NBA where you gotta, you got so much space and wiggle room. Baseball, hockey, you got wiggle room. Football is different. Football is a different sport. So you got to appreciate these guys. That's why these guys are getting paid this money because they're so important. They should be
getting paid more though.
And with football teams, they built thing with football. Football don't build for the future. Football builds to win now.
I think that's wrong though.
I do too.
I'm telling you, I think you're wrong.
I'm
telling you that.
I'm not saying for all teams, but for the masses, yes. For the masses of the NFL, they building to win now. Not we just building.
They build. It's a very few future.
But it's not common like baseball and basketball where you got all these teams. Football, you only got 32 teams.
No, you keep saying, but I'm just saying every year is a draft. So every year there's a draft, you're building for the future. That's it. That's all I got to say. With that being said, I'm cutting it from there because that's the truth. Every year there's a draft in every sport. There 4 major sports, like you're saying. In 4 major sports, every year there's a draft. And with drafting every year, you're building for the future of your team.
But how many teams?
That is it. That's it.
How many teams? How many teams?
That's it.
How many teams?
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Teams, though. Look at all the divisions. Name me the teams.
Are you clouded? There's 4 major teams like you just fought. There's 4 major leagues.
But let's go through all the divisions.
Time out. Tony, let me finish. Go ahead. There's 4 major divisions and there's 4 major leagues. Football, basketball, hockey, and what's the other one? Baseball. Everyone has a draft. And when they draft, and when they pick in the draft, they pick for the future of their team. That is it. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it is.
He's dead on. That's what
I'm dead on.
You're dead on. But tell me in football, how many teams are building right now? Look at all the divisions.
Everybody.
Look at
every team in football is
go through it
right now.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it. Every team is competing. Let's go through it.
And they building in the draft for the future.
Okay, AFCs. Tell me who's building for the future. AFCs.
Everybody.
You got the Bills.
Everybody. Because they drafting players.
About? Stoney, you trying to tell me the Bills are not trying to win this year? The Dolphins are not trying to win this year?
But
the Jets are not trying to win this year? Let's go through it. Let's do it.
How many picks you get?
Only team in the AFC that has to win now with a short window right now, AFC East, is the Jets because of Aaron Rodgers' age. That's it. But the Jets will be building for the future if they lose.
No, my whole thing is NFL is the least sport where teams are building to win in the future. I'll ask that question. I got the receipts. I got the receipts right now.
I'll ask that question for the right person. I'll find the right person. I'll ask that question what you just point. And when we get back to the next conversation, I'll see what the answer is. You're saying that the NFL don't build for the future. I'll ask that question and see what I get.
No, I'm not saying that, man. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the NFL is the least sport where they building to win in 2 or 3 years from now. This is the least sport where they building to win 2 or 3 years from now. Basically, they build in 2 or 3 years.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You know, with Oklahoma.
But
you see what I'm saying? Thank you, Sean. I could break down. Look.
You're breaking up.
Look at the AFC East. You got the first 3 teams are winning.
You're breaking up, Stone.
Did you pay that bill?
Oh, right.
Stony, your Wi-Fi is jerking us, bro. No homo.
Can I hear now? No.
Nigga sound like Max Headroom. Yo, Beans, wrap it up, baby.
Yeah, man, I'm rapping it. We're gonna finish this conversation on the next show.
What happens? He Stony, you right, but you draft for the future, but you hope to win right now. Yeah, you hope. But if you don't win, the future looks very bright. That's what we
yeah, my bad. I was trying to do too much. That's why that shit was. No, but my whole thing is right. My whole point is look, no, on some cool shit. My whole point is if you look at the AFC and the NFC, look at all the conferences. This sport is the sport.
No, you're right. I'm not
very
disagreeing with you on
teams
that. No.
that are building to win in 2 3 years.
I know what you're trying to say.
Building to win now.
I know what you're trying to say.
That's my whole point.
Because there's
my whole point.
No, you're right. Because one,
this football is not built that way.
Different than all the other sports. So I
Yeah,
understand.
think about it. Look at who made it to the Super Bowl.
I get what he's saying though. He's making a point there.
But look at who won. Look who's been to the Super Bowl the last couple of years.
Conversation though.
It's a parity league.
What up, nonchalant?
Parity.
It depends on how you want to build your gym. How you want to build your team. Like a team like
I know, but they're not. But we're not building to win 2 or 3 years from now. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. These teams are trying to win now.
I agree. Some of them.
Think about the last couple of years. You got the Tennessee,
but I get what
you got Tennessee, you got Jacksonville,
some teams,
Green Bay with the rookie.
Yeah,
it's so much parity in the NFL, man.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all. The motherfucker Patriots
San Fran.
You think?
Look at Detroit. Detroit came around. Like it's like that's my whole point. Is the NFL is a win now type of league more than any other league.
If you was to ask that GM from Green Bay, did he think that team would have the success this year? I don't think he'd say yeah. I think they caught lightning in the bottle. Now they're building for the future because they're young. Now they're going to win for years. I think.
No, but they're gonna try to win now. You know what I'm saying? Like
try to win now because they
look
won
what they did.
Yeah, now they won last year.
Right.
But going into the season,
there you go.
Listen, going into the season, who the fuck said Green Bay was going to be that?
Nobody
said that.
Exactly. That's my point.
But they built that though.
That's my point.
They built that.
Yes,
they built that.
I
They
know.
built that.
That's my point.
They built that.
Point.
No. They built that years ago from Jordan Love when they drafted him.
not years ago. They built. It got to that.
All right, man. We agree to disagree.
You agree to disagree.
I mean, it's whatever. We all got our opinions, but football is different. It's different. It's not like this.
You know what I mean? Disagree, man. You keep going.
It's all good.
You are in circles now.
Yeah,
bro.
So yo, listen.
Hop off, but I gotta go. I gotta go.
I'll see you guys, man. We'll chop it up in the next week or so. I'll probably take a week. Oh, actually, I'm gonna be on vacation. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right. 2 Sundays from now. I'll see you guys later. Yo, it's Parlay with us. Thanks for coming through. We out.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.